The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday starts now.
Good evening from Marshall Stadium in the St. Matthews area of Louisville. Glycon brings you a big-time Friday night 6A matchup. Trinity Shamrocks, 28-time state champions, back-to-back defending champions. They host the Frederick Douglass Broncos. They've only had a school for a handful of years. I've been on Glycon longer than Frederick Douglass has been a school. They've got a state championship. They're an excellent program. Two good teams. Admittedly, Joey, we come in tonight with one pretty much on top of their game and the other really looking for a boost in Frederick Douglass.
Well, it depends on, first of all, that 28 or 29, depending on who you're talking to. I went up and down the bleachers over there at Trinity, and I said, is it 28? And a few said yes, and then a couple others said it's 29.
Well,
so,
Steve Bird says 28, so I say 28. Either that or I miscounted. Steve gave me a list.
I just thought that was pretty funny that they were they were debating on 28 or 29, and some schools are just happy to have one.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. But a huge matchup tonight. Top 5 matchup of two teams that are very familiar with each other, and. Frederick Douglass came on the scene. As you said, they're pretty much a new school. Came on the scene 5A, just beat everybody up, tore everybody up 5A. In the championship game, won the championship game.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's administrative call or attendance or whatever the case, but they moved to 6A.
You're right.
And since they've moved to 6A, their Achilles heel has been this Trinity Shamrock team. This Trinity Shamrock team has denied them to get back to that elusive 6A state championship.
Yeah.
And Trinity has been right there, just right there in their face time after time after time. Regular season, playoffs, and it's a huge game, huge game. And you wonder, does a game like this, does it mean anything to Trinity? I know they want to win, but when you start beating someone all the time, and you're kind of like, they're not as tough as I thought they were. I'm sure Jay Cobb will not do that to his team, but
right.
But the human side of it,
sure.
And then on the other side, there's Coach McPeak, and he's trying to get to that elusive state championship game. This game turned to a solid, as they would say, practice game, a good game for show, to not show all his cards, but to play just enough to see what Trinity may do, because these teams will probably meet up again. Somewhere in the quarterfinals, semifinals.
It's happened the last 2 years. Trinity has won 3 of the 4 matchups. Trinity 1-0 off a 62-0 win over PRP. Douglass comes in off a 21-20 double overtime loss at Fort Thomas Highlands. So doubly big for them. Broncos have never lost 2 regular season games in a row. They look to continue that tonight. Tonight's weather forecast presented by HKC Roofing. For the best gutter guard on the market, call 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. We're going to take a break, and on the other side of this break, some comments from Frederick Douglass Bronco head coach Nathan McPeak. Trinity and Douglass coming up here on Glycon.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
Joe Cox catching up with Coach Nathan McPeak of the Frederick Douglass Broncos ahead of their matchup tonight with Trinity. Well, Coach, I was at the dentist this morning, and now you get to play Trinity. I think popular opinion would say it's a close call as to who's got the tougher deal out of those two.
Yeah, definitely. They're really good. I told our coaching staff this week, I've been coaching this is my 22nd year, and I haven't studied too many defenses that are more fundamentally sound than them on tape. And they're good at all 3 levels. Their D-line has a lot of college guys. Their secondary has college guys, SEC offer guys, and then their linebackers are very physical and do what they're supposed to do. So they're good at all 3 levels. It's hard to find weaknesses. We're pretty young on offense, so that's a big concern for me, is able to move the football.
Yeah, tough opening week for the Broncos. Overtime loss to Fort Thomas Highlands. But wanted to bring up something. I've covered a fair amount of Douglas games, Coach. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody have 24 tackles. Corey Fields was everywhere in the opener.
Yes. Yeah, that's the most we've ever had in Douglas history in one single game. And he's that guy. If he was 210 pounds, I think he'd have every offer in the country, Michigan, all across the board, all the big SEC schools, because, he runs 4.5 and, he's athletic and he's a really good tackler and he cares about being a good football player. He's a quiet kid, but he does a lot of great things. So it's really, really good. So a really good player.
A lot of new faces for you guys, and that was certainly true up front. Going back through the game, how do you feel about the way those guys performed?
Yeah, I thought we did some good things. I thought in the first half our offense was really bad. We should have taken advantage of a couple turnovers we got and didn't. And then we had some untimely penalties. So, just week 1 stuff, when you got 9 new offensive starters, I knew we were going to fight an uphill battle early in the season with our schedule. We'll get better, but it's just going to take some time. Our defense really performed well in the game. We just are not very big, and Highlands is, and we wore down playing. I think we ended up playing 80 snaps on defense, which that's not a recipe for success. So, but one thing, I liked is our kids fought. I feel like our culture is good here. Obviously we've done a lot of successful things here. I thought our kids really fought, but we just didn't make those plays at the end.
Week 2, Douglas and Trinity coming up here on Glycod.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com. Celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Blind Select, not just blind. Blind Select, not just blind.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Lycon.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Back here at Trinity High School, Trinity and Frederick Douglass. I realized in my haste to talk about HKC roofing, I didn't actually say what the weather is. It's a gorgeous night, high beautiful. 70s, Joey.
Beautiful.
Very little wind, only about 5 miles an hour. Going to settle into the low 70s or maybe the high 60s by the fourth quarter, but pretty much perfect football weather.
Only thing will be those guys going two ways. You have to worry about cramps there, middle of the third, late in the fourth quarter. Tonight like tonight, other than that, it's going to be an excellent football night.
Absolutely. Should be a good one, and want to say some thanks to another one of our sponsors. An inside look at tonight's games presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in home decor? At Blinds Direct, they offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more. You heard what Nathan McPeak had to say. This is a stout Trinity defense and a Douglass offense that a week ago struggled to sustain drives. What's the fix for that, Joey?
The fix for that? 2 years from now. they're very young. I mean, honestly, once they get a couple games under the belt, and you're playing top-notch quality teams like the Trinity Shamrocks, and then you're going to play Tate's Creek, you're going to play at Corbin, you're going to play Mail. By the time that these guys get to district play, when they get to Madison Central, Bryan Station, they'll be much better. They'll be much better, and that's what you have to do. You have to play top teams, and you either sink or swim, and that's how you get better when you have young guys like that. They're gonna falter. They're gonna falter, but as they falter, how do they come back from that? How do they go the next week? Or do they get better, or do they stay the same? And those guys that get better continue to play. Those guys that kind of stay the same don't get as much playing time.
That's true.
So that's going to be his. That's pretty much his game. He's got to go with. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time.
Well, I would say that much like my trip to the dentist, we put in our ounce of pain today in the hopes that maybe we'll have a nice Thanksgiving dinner out of it. And, that's a big thing for the Broncos to still be competing on that weekend, as they have now for several years in a row. Before we go any farther, I want to add that this broadcast is authorized by Trinity High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation of all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for listening. As far as the Shamrocks, you're about to hear my first question for Coach Cobb was, how do you avoid the letdown? What about that? So I think that's what they've got to be thinking about, is just how to keep the ball rolling from a dominant week one.
Knowing a little something about this area and this Shelbyville Road team, watching them year after year, the letdown doesn't come because there's always somebody there to I guess there's always somebody there right behind you to push you. Yeah. You can lose your spot really quick, really fast.
Sure.
They've got, they walk out on that field with 110, and they could probably walk out with 200 if they need it.
Yeah.
But when they come out with 110, I say 50 to 60 of those are quality players where, they're not far off from each other. So if you're not doing what you need to do that week, you can lose your spot.
Coach Cobb will find somebody.
They'll find somebody else, and that is. That's a positive. That's a bonus. That's a plus for teams with that nature that can just sit there and say, okay, you're not playing well this week. I want to put this guy in. And guess what? That's one of those old things for those old IU fans, what Coach Bob Knight would say, when butt meets chair.
The bench is a motivator. Yes, sir.
All of a sudden, the mind starts to think, hey, I don't like this spot. I want to be on the field, on the court, so maybe I better work a little harder.
Yeah,
That's what they've got. They've got guys that they don't have to worry about. They don't have to worry about those things. That, hey, you want to play? If you're a player and you're a competitor, which I'm sure 99% of these kids are, and you got an opportunity to play and somebody's trying to get your spot, you don't want to give it up. So you're going to bust your butt all week in practice, and you're going to keep your spot.
Absolutely. We'll hear what Coach Cobb had to say on that and a few other questions on the other side here on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Joe Cox talking with Coach Jay Cobb of the Trinity Shamrocks ahead of their Week 2 game with Frederick Douglass. Coach, the biggest thing on my mind, back-to-back state titles, 62-0 Week 1. How do you guard against complacency with your team?
Well, you hit it. I mean, that's the big thing that we have to be very wary of. We tell our guys all the time to stay humbled. If you aren't humble going through this life, and I don't care if you're talking about football or job or whatever you're in, life's going to knock you down and it will humble you. So, we try to keep an edge on them. I mean, we got several things that we do within the program to kind of put the last one to bed. ahead and put all the onus on the new senior class coming in forward and ask them, what have you done for me lately, kind of deal.
Sure. 4 games previously now in this brief series with Douglas, but they've all been pretty competitive games. What do you take away as you look at the Broncos ahead of this matchup?
Another talented football team. They've got obviously Division I kids there on the defensive side of the ball. They've got a Division I offensive lineman. They've got a running back, is Division I kid. They've got talent. They always do. They're very aggressive. They do some nice things defensively. It's a UK type of defense is what it is, what it's modeled after, and they're physical and aggressive. And I think that he feels like he's got a lot of juniors. We do too, and he may be a year away from where he wants to be. But I thought they played a very good Highlands team very well last week.
Sorry for the abrupt cut. You have to cut Coach Cobb off because it's time to get this one underway. Douglas going to kick off to open the ball game. Clayton Wallace is ready to kick it. Cross Watson and Ashton Taylor deep for Trinity. Kick is high and fairly short. Taken by the up man around the 12. Here he comes. Across the 30. He is gone. One man to beat. Can he beat him? He beat him. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown on the opening kickoff for Ashton Taylor.
Oh, my gosh. What a wall they set up. It was a middle to left wall. It opened up like the sea, and it was just a matter of Ashton Taylor showing speed to run right by the kicker. And then number 15, Toby Robinson, could not catch him either, the sophomore, as Ashton Taylor ran down the sideline. What a beautiful, beautiful play right there. That's picture perfect. Picture perfect.
87 yards is pretty much untouched once he hit that seam, like you said, Joey. Just a foot race.
Foot race is right. I thought there was going to be a little trouble there with them catching the ball there on a short kick, and he just ran up 10 yards, caught it, and just exploded.
Katie on for the point. The snap is high. Holder fires it toward the end zone. There's nothing there. It's incomplete. Conversion's no good. 6-0 Trinity, seconds in here on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, always one step ahead. And Blinds Direct, your window decoration specialists.
Just like that, 6-0. The Shamrocks do not wait long to strike. Ashton Taylor, a 5'10", 160-pound sophomore.
No one touched him. Up the middle, to the left, outran the kicker, outran number 15, Toby Robinson. Touchdown, 87 yards. Wow.
Well, last week, Ashton Taylor caught a pass. He took it 53 yards for a touchdown. So I think it's safe to say this guy's got something going.
And that's the thing that this Lexington team cannot afford to happen to them. They cannot have the boom. They cannot have the explosive plays. They need to get the ball here and drive the ball down the field, use up some time so Trinity won't just explode on them.
Peyton Hilbert to kick it, and to settle down at about the corner of the end zone. It's a touchback. Once you kick it across the line, nothing to be done, so the Broncos will start on their own 20.
Yeah, there's a little extra line back there. I didn't know if that is
I thought it was the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like the 5-yard line. That looks like that could be, I guess, field hockey or lacrosse. One of those lines back there, but it makes it look like there's an extra line back in the end zone. I wasn't sure what was going on there either. But, no, this huge, huge series right here for this Frederick Douglass team. Young guys out there, but this is huge for them.
The quarterback is Brady Ross, Dakari Talbert beside him. And the shotgun formation, they're both juniors. 2 receivers each way for the Broncos on their first snap of the game for the Douglas offense. High snap, but a flag flies.
I think we're going to have offsides on big number 98 right there for Trinity. That's going to be Jabari Forster right there. I think he's offsides right there. Moved a little quick.
Took advantage of the opportunity to head in. And no, actually, they back up the Broncos 5.
Really?
So,
okay.
Well,
I didn't see it.
The 5 yards is better than the situation with the snap, and there were a few of those last week where things didn't get off to a great start on the snap, so that's certainly something Coach McPeak and the Broncos staff are going to keep an eye on here. 1st and 15 now from the 15.
It happened in the 1st, 3rd, and 7th drive last week.
3 receivers right this time. As Ross gives it off to Talbert, and short yardage, picks up a gain of about 2 yards on that one. And
Sonny Bratcher-Gray right there.
Yeah.
Nice defensive play right there. Just playing a little outside linebacker right there. Just seals the whole side and makes a huge hit right there on the running back. Shuts it down. Not much there for the running back at all.
2nd and 13, just underway. 6-0 Trinity. Full house backfield here for Douglas, as Carter Ross joins the party back there. And at Talbert, he's trying to work the left side. He's got a little bit of a seam over the 20 out to about the 23.
William Howard out there, DB, just a little slant off tackle. The running back tries to bounce outside to the left. William Howard, number 18, just comes up on his DB spot and makes a nice tackle right there. I thought he had a little something going there, but good job by the Trinity defense. Talbert going to be the workhorse tonight. Going to give it to him.
Yeah.
And hopefully he can just break one of those. He wasn't far away that time.
At 21 carries last week, excellent player. In the preseason, talked to Coach McPeak, and he said, I don't think people are talking about him as a Mr. Football candidate, but I think they should be.
Yeah, and I apologize. That was Suku Kamara on defense.
Sure. 3rd and 7. Ross looks to throw, flips out a quick hitter. He's got a man. He's got a first down over across the 30 out to about the 34-yard line. It was Terry Kaysen on that middle screen, taking it the distance needed to move the chains.
Yeah, Kaysen had 1 catch last week, and it was on 4th and 10 in overtime. Caught a touchdown pass, the senior, and that was a nice middle screen right there. He's from his out wide spot, just bubbles back in underneath, and Trinity pressure got there quick, and that's a great play right there by Coach McPeak. Let that pressure get up quick, throw it right underneath, catch the bubble screen, and next thing you know, first down, Frederick Douglass.
11 yards again, first down at the 34. Allen Evans on the stop. Trips to the right now. Ross rolls right, gets some heat, looks to throw, flips it out at the last minute. I don't know.
That looks like that should be intentional grounding right there.
I think he's outside the pocket, Joey. I think that's the key.
They're going to call that.
He definitely flipped it shy of the line of scrimmage, but I think he was outside the pocket.
He's looking for Coach McPeak on that one right there. He rolled
an
out.
Incomplete pass and a heads-up play.
Yeah, great play right there by him, but great coverage by the Shamrocks. You had 2 guys doing out routes right there, great coverage there, and then you had number 18 right there again. The DB, Suku Kamara, back there covering the deep guy. Just great coverage by the Trinity Shamrock defense.
2nd and 10. Looked like if he had been in the pocket, that's a grounding.
You got 4-man front this time.
Nobody there.
4-man front. Been going to 3-man front, 4-man front this time for the Rocks.
Trips right for the Broncos. Quick hitter to Kaysen, and this time he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down at the 29-yard line for a loss.
There's just nothing there right there. Elijah Burns Crump just comes right up. That's not fair. That's not fair. They try a quick screen right there, and Crump's in the backfield before the ball even gets there. I mean, that was just but I don't even know what to say to that. That's one of those plays like, quick screen, but it was almost like slow screen. They raise up, throws it to him, and the DB's right there before he even catches the ball.
Yeah, Kaysen's a great athlete, but he had absolutely no space.
No space at all.
3rd and 15. Got to make the 44 for a first down. Trinity up 6-0. Ross, he's got some time. He's got a man. It's Kaysen. I think he's going to be a yard short, but we'll have to see. Yeah, he's going to be maybe 2 yards short. He did not get a favorable spot right there on the right side, Joey.
A nice back shoulder throw right there. Kaysen goes up and catches it. Trinity had 8 people in the backfield that time. rush 3. I didn't think there's going to be much room there. Nice back shoulder throw by the quarterback. Kaysen with a great catch. And he must have stepped out of bounds because I thought he was at least a yard and a half a little farther up. But
I did too.
Big fourth down here for the
4th and 2
for the away team. They need this right here.
They got 13. They needed 15. 4th and 2 at the 42. That last tackle by Brennan Lowe. 2 receivers left this time. 1 right. Broncos need 2. Brady Ross.
So Coach McPeak there trying to pull him off.
Going to think about it. They call a timeout. We'll take it as well. 6-0 Trinity. 8:28 to go in quarter 1 here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
4th down at 2. After the timeout, Frederick Douglass apparently going to punt. Sion Khan in punt formation. Let's see. Now he is going to kick it. The snap's clean. The boot is out of there. It's off the side of his foot to the right. It hits at the 39 and takes a slightly favorable bounce for Douglas and will be down at about the 37.
Very nice play there for the Broncos to be able to not have a Trinity deep man field that ball. Looked like they had a nice wall set up. You see him setting up the wall over there on the right. Nice job there. It's like darned if you do, darned if you don't on that one. You're right there. You're 2.5 yards away. If you don't make it, you give Trinity a field. They'll give field position on your side of the field. So big defensive series. They haven't been. This first time defense has been out.
Defense is out here. Yeah.
They hadn't been out yet. So
junior quarterback Zane Johnson under center. He's got Jamarian Berry behind him. Turns, fakes to Berry. He's looking to throw deep. He's going to take a deep shot. He's got a man out there, and it's off the fingertips of his target, Jace Duvall.
They're battling out there. Duvall and the DB right there. Dermond Green, they're battling back and forth right there. A little hand pushing, but referee let him play there, and you can see he kind of dipped in, then dipped back out, came in a little stick move right there. It's a good wideout wheel, then tried to explode off the break, just off the fingertips of the wideout. Good protection there by the O-line.
Flag here on the play.
Oh, did not see that.
Moved it up to the 47, so must have been a hold on the Broncos. I didn't see the call be made, but that seemed to be.
So they're going to call that on Dermond Green right there, a hold on him.
First down at the 47.
Very unfortunate for the Broncos.
They looked to have played it pretty well. Johnson in a pistol look this time. Gives Berry. Berry up the middle across the 50 down to about the 48-yard line. Pickup of around 5 yards.
And Berry, returner right there. He had 780 yards last year and had 12 touchdowns. So that's a nice person to have coming back for you this year after what they lost last year.
Yeah. To Corey Fields on the stop. He had 24 of those last week. So no surprise that he gets the first official one on the books this week for the Broncos. 2nd and 5 at the 48. Johnson has got time. Takes a shot. Incomplete. He overthrows Duvall down the right side at about the 30-yard line.
I'm sure Coach is going to get on him about that one, try to get greedy with that. Had a number 2 wide open underneath there. Had L.A. Evans. Had a Caleb Warner. Had Caleb Warner right there in the short route. Could have got an easy 8 yards right there and tried to be a little greedy right there. So I'm sure in the coach's room when they watch film on that, he's going to tell them go with the 8 yards. We don't need the 20 just yet.
Keenan Banther had dropped in coverage there. Able to disrupt it. 3rd down and 5. Trinity up 6-0, looking for more. They give it inside to Berry, and Frederick Douglass stacks him up. He got about a yard, but he is significantly shy of the first down.
Nice stout defense right there. That was a great job by the defensive line right there. Number 89 right there in there. That's Trenton Fagan, and number 70 right there as well. That Right there, Tim Jackson, those guys just stuffed it up right there. And, of course, our linebacker, Corey Fields, was in on that tackle as well.
I was going to say, I saw Mr. Fields make an appearance again.
He was in there with them. It's almost like a shoe-in. If you don't say his name, you still know he's there.
Peyton Hilbert on to punt. 4th and 4 at the Bronco 47. Hilbert does kick it. It's one of those Aussie-style boots that's end over end, and it's going to be returned. Out to the 20, 25, up to about the 28-yard line. An adventurous play by Jeremiah Turner, and he's able to pick up about 10 yards there.
And that was just a great series right there by the Broncos right there to hold the Trinity team to 3rd down, have them punt, to actually field the punt and not have a turnover and gain some positive yardage right there. Good stuff right there by Turner right there. And that tackle was right there by number 24, Anthony Lowe. So, I'm sorry, that's Luke Vise. I'm sorry. They have,
it could be either. That's the problem.
They have two. They have an offensive guy.
Some of those either-or tackles tonight.
So, I'm thinking Luke is probably playing some special teams on defense. He's tackling. Anthony's wide out, probably not tackling anybody tonight.
First down at the 28. Empty set initially here for Brady Ross, but now Dakari Talbert shifts over and stands on his right. He gives Talbert. Talbert working the left side. Finds a nice seam. Picks his way out to about the 34-yard line. Gain of 5 or 6 there on first down, which is a big help for Douglas.
A nice positive run right there. They're just standing in the backfield on the right of the quarterback. He just crosses the quarterback's face and hand the ball to him. Left side of that line, that big, huge line right there, just gives them a hole or two. And Trinity's got a 3-man front right now, so as long as they have that 3-man front, they're gonna be able to handle that. Trinity goes to a 4-man front, and also, I don't know if it has any effect on them, but that sun is right in the eyes of the Trinity defenders.
That's true.
So you can tell on the right, some of those guys they're holding their hands up right now,
shielding their faces.
Shielding the sun. Yeah. So if they're shielding their face now, you got to imagine if some big 275-pound guy's blocking you right there, and then you got a back number 6 coming in there running like that.
2nd and 4, and it's delay of game. And it's just the kind of mistake you cannot have. Some of the Broncos, Talbert in particular, looked pretty upset with not getting a timeout called or whatever this was figured out. They made a substitution, and there was an issue with what are we doing, and the problem is you just pretty much wasted a nice 6-yard run on first down because it's 2nd and 9.
That's what Coach McPeak talked about. There's the young team, getting the play in, getting to the huddle, breaking the huddle, getting to the line, making the call. It's taking a little too long for them right now, but like I said, that's early game. First game, second game, things going on like that, especially against a strong team like this.
2nd and 9. Brady Ross looks over the middle, floats it into traffic, and it's intercepted right down the middle. Dangerous throw, picked off right there, Miles Housey.
Housey goes up like it was like an offensive defensive rebound. He just skied over a defender of his own, skied over the receiver, and went up, made a great catch, got knocked down and did a 180 flip in the air and came down with the ball. Great play there by Housey. That was a big-time play right there.
Absolutely.
Quarterback didn't give his receiver a chance.
Threw into a lot of traffic.
He just dropped back and just threw it. It's just kind of didn't give him a chance at all. Didn't give him an opportunity to get the ball at all. But Housey just made a great big-time play right there.
Housey picks it at the 43. And that is where Trinity will take over this second offensive series. They're up 6-0.
Just
Johnson
what they did.
Sends a man in motion. They hand it off on the backside, and they got a crease across the 40, the 30, the 25 or so is where Ashton Taylor gets shoved out of bounds.
Taylor scored a touchdown, gets a little sweep left action, one back just gives it to him. He just goes left and just outruns people. Kid must be a lot faster than most can see because he was running by defenders on that one. He just ran by him. Then finally, number 15 comes there. Number 19, Braylon Strong comes in and pushes him out of bounds. But, woo!
First down at the 25, gain of 18. Handed off, and a flag flies, a false start against the Shamrocks.
It looked like offsides on number 3 there, Johnny Kahn. But hey, they're going to call it on Trinity. He must have drew him offsides. That's why he jumped. Very fortunate there for the Broncos there. You can see Kahn coming off the edge there, and he flinches and jumps, and maybe it's because of the offensive guy. So
they'll make it 1st and 15 back at the 30. 6-0. If you're joining us late, the story here is a kickoff return on the opening play of the game. That's how we got here. Ashton Taylor took it 87 yards. Extra point was missed. 1st and 15, Shamrocks at the Douglas 30. Zane Johnson in the gun, hands it Barry. Barry with a big seam. 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's taken down around the 4-yard line.
You talk about counter tray action. You talk about old school football, pulling guards, pulling everybody. Big number 87 right there. John Stivers, the tight end, was lined up on the left, and they sealed down, and he came and just cleared anything that was over there. And there was nobody there for the running back to elude. He just ran. It was a big hole right there. He just ran straight down the right side of the field before anybody got hold of him.
Pick up down to the 3, 27-yard gain, 1st and goal at the 3. Damon Green able to track him down and keep him from the end zone on that play. Very crowded backfield. Going to throw it. Got a man one-on-one on the edge, and it's incomplete. Pretty well covered out there that time by Frederick Douglass. Nothing doing.
Toby Robinson, great coverage out there against number 6. That's Cross Watson. Good coverage out there. And, first down, Trinity's going to try something right there. Why not try something right there? But from their set, you can tell they watched some film. It looks like they're doing exactly what Fort Thomas did last week. They're lining up some guys there on the short side, slide them over.
Everybody bunched in tight. Give it Jamari and Barry. He's toward the goal line. He's across the goal line. Touchdown, Trinity.
Yeah, it looks just like Fort Thomas there. You get guard tackle, then you get a tight end right there. Then they slide another tight end over there. Just give it to Barry, and Barry just runs right behind him, and there's just nobody there for Frederick Douglass to make the play until 3 yards later, but he's already crossed the goal line by then, so too little, too late.
Chris Cady on for the extra point. He didn't get a chance to kick the last one. The snap was high, and the try was no good.
It was not a great snap right there. Kind of behind him, high and behind him right there. Didn't give him an opportunity.
This time it's clean. Cady gets it out of there cleanly. And the kick is good. 13-0 Trinity. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Stay tuned here on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, always one step ahead. And Blinds Direct, your window decoration specialists.
Yeah. 13-0. Trinity pretty much having their way so far. Douglas shows some signs here and there. They just got to, you can't. Trinity shoots you enough places. You don't need to shoot yourself in the foot.
They look like a juggernaut right now. They look like they're in postseason form right now. It's just a continuation of what they were doing last year on their way to that state title. They look pretty much unstoppable in all phases right now.
Chris Cady to kick it. It is a line drive, returnable, and will be returned from the 5. Here come the Broncos trying to find a crease across the 20 on the left side. Out to about the 28 goes Thurman Wade as a flag flies.
It was a really nice hole over there. May have been a hold as well, but there was a nice little hole over there for the back right there, and he's tackled by number 2. And shooting through there was a Suku Kamara, who just kind of dove through and initiated the back to go left or right. Then number 2 right there. And that's going to be L.A. Evans, just made a nice tackle.
It was indeed a hold. Walking the football back now. It goes away back. It's going down to the 15-yard line. So that's 13 yards you lose right there.
Yeah, that's 13 yards. And for this young team, they're going to learn a lot tonight. They're going to learn a lot next week at Corbin. Then they come back and have a home game against Mail. So, some good games here for them the first couple of games to learn who they are.
With a deep ball down the edge. It's incomplete, but Allen Evans is going to be called for pass interference down at about the 35-yard line. He was going stride for stride with Caden John, but I don't think he quite did enough looking for the ball and did a pretty fair job of draping himself on Mr. John.
he just tackled him. He was going for the ball, the receiver going for the ball, and he just tackled him. And he gave us one of those, if you watch NBA basketball where nobody feels like they fouled anybody, throws his hands up like, what did I do? And I'm like, well, you tackled him.
Yeah.
You can't tackle him. You just tackled him before the ball got there. He throws his hands up like, what?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Must have been somebody else.
Yeah, that's funny. The kid throws his hands up like that. I'm thinking like, come on, man. You gotta know. But, Trinity with the 4-man front this time.
First down out at the 30 now.
4-2 action.
2 receivers right for Ross. Shotgun formation. They give Talbert left side. He's able to pick his way for a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A nice run right there by Talbot right there. Trinity shooting a back right there to bring a 5th defender right there, plugging up every gap right there. And, if Talbot could ever just hit one of those gaps, just get by that first realm of things, I think in the secondary right there, he might have a shot. He gets the secondary DBs are right there because there's really no linebacker there when they bring one linebacker. They bring one and the other one, he's on the other side, so he's got a real shot. The bus one.
Second and just under 8. Balls across the 32. They got to make the 40. Full house backfield. Talbert this time counters to the right, and he only makes it out to about the 34. Not much room.
No, not much room at all right there. Nice counter right there, but then you got number 5 right there, and that's Brennan Lowe, the linebacker, just coming through, 5'9" senior, coming through making a nice hit, filling the gap. Bam, right there. Nice play right there by him. Good job.
A 3rd down and 6. Broncos at their own 34. They're down 13-0 here late in the first quarter. 2 receivers each way. Ross in the shotgun. This time Talbert's on his left. Ross.
Blitz.
Rolling left. Flag comes in as he throws the ball away. Now, that's the area where I would assume holding, Joey?
Yes, definitely holding. They showed 3 and brought two. Brought inside linebacker, then brought somebody from the corner right there, and just too much pressure on the quarterback right there. And the pressure was so fast. One of the old linemen just had to grab me. It's like, do I let my quarterback get mean mugged, get killed here, or do I just grab the defensive player? And I believe he just grabbed the defensive player and saved his quarterback. The quarterback just threw it away. Let's see what they call, though. It looks like there's a lot of talking going on.
I saw a motion to decline, so I think this is indeed going to be a hold. But, there's been a lot of discussion.
Holding?
It
offense.
Is indeed
decline.
It is declined because it's 4th down.
And they start out with a nice 6-yard run. Got pushed back. Then got the push back, get the pass interference, 1st down, and then another nice solid run. You get 4 or 5 yards, and then this right here, the holding, and just shooting themselves in the foot, as we talked about, and this is where young teams learn, and like I said, a team like Trinity, they will make you pay.
So they're picking up the flag. Okay.
They got to put it back here, up here, 3rd down.
Right. If the penalty is declined,
it needs to be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, what are we looking at here?
It needs to be 3rd and 6 if you decline the penalty.
Right. And we've got the official with the ball standing at about the 28-yard line. He hasn't put the ball down.
So they're taking the penalty. So it's going to be 3rd down then. 3rd and forever, essentially. Is it loss of down? Huh.
Was there also grounding, perhaps? I mean, because he didn't have anybody. Yeah,
there may have been that second call that they just didn't.
2 flags. Okay. Well, they declined the hold because of the grounding penalty. So 4th and 17 now at the 23. Con back to punt it. Snap is clean. He gets it out of there. It's off to the right. It's going to hit around midfield. checked up there at the 49-yard line by the Broncos. It was Jimmy Hooks down there to down it. So a 32-yard punt and no return.
Good job by Hooks there, sprinting down there, making sure the Trinity up back did not touch that ball right there, because if he gets it, he can go right, and there were no white shirts over there. So good job there. Good hustle by that young man.
Actually, call it the 48-yard line.
Defense needs to hold right here. They need to do what they did a few series ago, where they held them 3 and out. And,
sure.
But we've only played on one side of the field thus far, pretty much, this first quarter.
This one starts at the Douglas 48. Johnson, outstanding junior quarterback, sends Holden Shane across formation. Now hands behind him to Barry, and Barry, very patient run here, able to pick his way only down to about the 46. So contained pretty well by the Broncos. A gain of only about 2 yards.
Really great job there by the Bronco defense. Of course, we know who was in there, number 9, and then also had Keenan Banther right there, the other linebacker with him right there, just shutting it down. The back had no place to go. It just kind of handed off to the left, and he stuttered, jitterbug, had no place to go, stutter. That's the time when you have to just put your shoulder down and run.
2nd and 8, Johnson in the shotgun. They hand it off left side, and it's the speedy man again. He's got a first down to about the 37-yard line. Ashton Taylor. I like Barry a lot as a back, Joey, but Taylor he's a flash of lightning back there.
Yeah, Taylor just showing a little speed right there. He looks a little lighter than Barry right there in size, but man, his speed, he just got the ball and just hit 8 yards before anybody touched him right there. And maybe that's why Barry didn't get many carries last week. They didn't have the ball that much.
They ran 7 plays.
Yeah,
that was
they didn't have
the
the ball much, but this right here, watching this.
First down to 37. Play fake thrown over the middle and nothing doing. That's a rare miss. Was looking for Caleb Warner over the middle, and it was available, but Johnson just led him too far.
Yeah, a little play action right there, trying to keep the defense honest right there, looking for number 2 right there, and Caleb Warner, and good coverage there by the safety and the outside linebacker that dropped back in coverage right there.
2nd and 10 now for the Shamrocks.
Wade Thurman right there on him right there, just plugging up that hole on the slant.
Pistol formation. Johnson's in front of Barry. Johnson gives Barry, works the middle to the left now, 35-30. A hard hit down at the 30-yard line. I thought I might have seen a flag there, but
no flag right there. A nice play there by number 30, Jimmy Hooks, to get him. So as I look at it, it looks like a lightning and thunder action there. You got this guy. He seems to be a little more thunder right here. Barry seems a little more thunder, and we got our guy Ashton Taylor seems to be a little more lightning right there. So as you can see right there, he wasn't trying to explode past anybody. He wanted to punish somebody. He wanted to get a shoulder on someone.
3rd and 3 at the 30. Barry the setback. Pistol look. Johnson claps his hands. Now they go. Barry, he's got the first down, I think. He's right around the sticks. Ran off that left side and was met right around the marker. I think he's got it, but we'll wait to see where they spot it.
Yeah, the handoff to Barry right there. It goes to the left right there and finds just a little seam just enough as Takori Fields comes up to make the play. Barry makes makes just enough there to get the first down.
He does. It's funny, the sideline crew had already put up a 4 for 4th down about the time that I saw the official signal first down. So
yeah, they just do what they tell them.
That's it. First down, 27-yard line. Johnson in the pistol, Barry behind him. Johnson fakes to get Barry, and now throws behind his receiver, incomplete. And that was just a case of mistaken communication with Cross Watson on that one.
I'd say they're very fortunate right there in that one, because number 6 right there, Cross Watson gave him a little slant and go right there, and he had number 15, Toby Robinson, beat. Robinson grabbed the jersey right there and held him back, but they didn't see it, so it wasn't called, so it didn't happen.
There you go.
And so it's going to be an overthrow by Zane Johnson. We're going to come back with 2nd and 10.
27-yard line of the Broncos. The Shamrocks already up 13-0. Johnson in the shotgun. Barry beside him. Gives Barry. Working the left side. He's patient again, but there's not much there. No. Played well by Douglas. Held him to a yard or two.
Yeah, right there. Really nice tackle there by number 3. By Sion Johnny Kahn right there. Johnny Kahn coming up. He's a 6-foot junior. Running back just looking for something. Just kind of gave it to him off tackle. He bounces out to the left, and there's nothing there. Nice open field tackle. Very patient right there by the DB, Kahn.
Only a yard on that one, so 3rd and 9 as we hit the final minute of the opening quarter. Bronco defense, need one more play for a stop. Trips lined up right on top of each other on the right for Trinity, and now one of them, Warner, goes across left. Johnson looks that way, throws complete at the 20, trying to break free. I don't know exactly where we're going to see it spotted. Cross Watson, I think, probably has the first down.
4th down short right there.
He is short, yeah.
There it is, a nice play right there. You had trips to the left, man comes in motion. Motion man goes up the field. Outside receiver just stops for a little hitch route right there, catches it, but he's still short. Still short on that, and it's going to be 4th and about 2 right here. Nice defensive play there by Toby Robinson.
4th and 2, final seconds of the quarter. They're at the 19 are the Shamrocks, and they're trying to make the 17.
Big
Turn
boy
around,
football.
they give to Barry, and he stopped.
Woo!
Douglas
where are
met
they
him
going
in
to
the
put it?
hole
Where are
and
they going to
turned him
stop it
back.
at? Where are they stopping
He's
that?
short. He is comfortably short.
And it looks like that is a solid defensive play right there. Looked like big boy football right there. You had 3 guys on the right. You had the 2 big tight ends on the right. And it's like they just let them all come through, and everybody came around real fast, used that speed, and got to the back before it could even get to the line of scrimmage. Great job there by the Frederick Douglass defense. Something they needed there right before the end of this first quarter.
Sion Khan right there, able to stick his nose in and make the stop.
Great play. Just went around, used the speed, got around real quick, and just made a really, really nice play right there. But now the clock's running, and we're getting out here late. Let's see.
There's 5 seconds in the quarter, so, yeah, it's just you got to run another play.
Well, he's got his hand already up, so they're at 5, 4. They're going to 5, 4, 3,
Ross
2,
in the gun. He's waiting.
1. Oh, there it is right there. And
doesn't get it. It's just inexcusable.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
You saw how late they got out there. They got out there. They're still in the huddle on the sidelines, and I was like, what's taking them so long? And you can hear the disgruntlement by the Frederick Douglass fans out here. They're just, they're not used to this. They are not used to Coach McPeak doing this, but it's not Coach McPeak. He has a young squad.
He looks a little less than thrilled himself.
Yeah, he's got a young squad. That's just, that's what you're going to go through.
You make a big play and you immediately give up 5 yards.
Yeah, it's going to be hills and valleys.
Be ready. Be ready on 4th down to go back on the field.
One minute you're up, next minute you're down. So,
1st and 15 now. Ross gives Talbert. He works his way through the middle. He only gains a couple of yards on this final play of the first quarter. It's 13-0 Trinity after 1. Frederick Douglass still looking for some offense as we prepare to start quarter 2 coming up here on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Yeah, we're back. 13-0. Trinity on top. Frederick Douglass with the ball as we start quarter number 2. 2nd and 13, their own 16-yard line. Quarterback Brady Ross. 5'10" junior in the shotgun. Ross to throw. They set up the screen to Kaysen. Kaysen trying to find some space. He doesn't find much. Gains a yard or two, and that's about all.
Yeah, that's a great job there by Luke Weiss right there. I don't know if it's V's or Weiss, but the linebacker, he pretty much played man coverage right there. They tried to come with the bubble screen again, let all the pressure come upfield. The receiver came up underneath and on the bubble screen, but number 24, Luke Weiss, was right there, right on his hip pocket. So not much to gain right there at all.
Call it a pickup of 2, 3rd and 11 now at the 18. 29-yard line, the spot to reach for a first down. See Allen Evans over there playing tight in man coverage.
Bringing 4.
Ross is flushed out left.
Nobody open.
He looks, he throws, he overthrows Kaysen, who was somewhat open late, but even if he'd caught it, he was going out of bounds about 5 yards shy of the first down sticks.
Yeah, no place to go right there. Great coverage by the Trinity Shamrock defense. And you got number 6 right there, and that's Keanthony Callaway coming through, giving pressure on the quarterback, give him a big hit just as Mr. Ross throws it. It's going to be 4th and 10 here. There's a long way to go, and just not much open there. You know, they've been bringing 3. They brought 4 that time. Still had great coverage right there. Good coverage, good pressure. Changing the looks up on that young offensive line. Bringing 3, bringing 4, bringing 5. Just disguising it well and just confusing them right now. You can tell there's mass confusion on the offensive line, and they're bringing one on late.
Kahn to punt it. It's a low kick. Hits in the middle of the field. Takes a very nice bounce for Douglas. Goes across midfield. And it's actually going to end up being a nice-looking kick. It didn't look like much in person, but when it's down at the 41-yard line, you end up with a 41-yard punt.
Hey,
so.
great kick. Style-wise, it's a negative 22 on the style, but effective-wise, it's a plus 100. You know, the ball may have not went as high as a basketball goal. It might have not been 10 feet high, but it had that little spin on it, and once it bounced at about the 48 of Frederick Douglass, it rolled another 10 yards, and there we go. Great things happening right there for Frederick Douglass, getting the ball on the Trinity side of the field.
First down at the 41 for the Shamrocks. Johnson with Barry beside him in the shotgun. Johnson to throw. Fires it out there. It's caught at the 45. Receiver makes just shy of the 50, taken down at the 49, so a gain of about 8 out there for the target. Liam Sellinger.
That's Dermond Green on the tackle right there. Sellinger, all he did was kind of just stood out there, then came in motion about 2 steps, stopped, and let the defenders just go back, and 2 receivers went forward, and he just caught it and made a nice 8-yard gain.
2nd and 2 at the 49. Johnson gives Barry, fakes Barry, throws deep. He's got a man out there. I think it's incomplete. Let's see.
Are they going to call that a catch? They are going to call it.
It looks like he pulled it off the ground. It's going to be called a catch down at the 24. I don't know about that one.
I'm not a believer in that catch, but if the referee says he caught it, then he caught it. That's Cross Watson right there. And
right.
Basically, Watson just goes on a fly route, and the corner stops and runs up for the outright, bites on the outright, if I could say it, out route, and he's wide open right there.
28-yard gain, first down at the 23. They don't show it again on the scoreboard here, which seems to confirm my suspicions. Run inside with Barry. He's able to pick his way for 3 or 4 in the middle.
Yeah, and if Zane Mr. Johnson throws a perfect pass, hits him on the perfect pass right there. There it is right there, and it is he did catch it. He did catch it. He bounced it a couple times. But
I accuse him, and then they run the replay. So,
but Zane Johnson right there, if he gives him a perfect ball and leads him right there, that's a 6 points right there. But great catch there by Mr. Watson.
Actually, 2nd and 5. Barry got a 5-yard gain on that spot.
Speedy.
Yeah, he's running in the middle, and Corey Fields has him and will not let him go. He gained short yardage, but Corey Fields said it was only going to be short yardage. He's held a couple yards shy. The first down, I believe, is Ashton Taylor.
Yeah, you can see the difference in the weight in the two backs right there. You got number 8 right there. Ashton Taylor's 160 pounds right there, and then you got 20 Barry's 210 pounds. And your linebacker right there, Mr. Fields, just kind of holds Ashton up right there. Just
Hang
says,
on.
Yeah, not so fast, my friend. As we give out the Lee Corso of farewells, not so fast.
3rd and 2 at the 15. Pistol look, Berry behind Johnson. Johnson gives Berry. No, faked it. Johnson throws into the end zone, into and out of the hands of the target down there. Some very good pass coverage by Toby Robinson there, Joe.
Great pass coverage right there. A little play action right there. And Zane Johnson has time, looking for someone. Then finally the defensive line gets to him. He throws it up, gives his receiver a chance, throws it up to his big receiver up there. But just great coverage right there by Toby Robinson. Just good job. So to hold him to a field goal here would be awesome. To have him miss this field goal would be even better. But that's a great job of not giving up 7 points.
Chris Cady on for a 32-yard try. He's on the left hash. Not a lot of wind tonight. Looks like the little bit there is against him, but again, only 32. High snap. He did get it out of there. It's long enough, and it's good despite the high snap. 32-yard field goal good. Makes it 16-0 Trinity, 8:23 in the second. We'll be right back here on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Field goal makes it 16-0 Trinity. Joey, one thing that got to take some solace on, they've confused Zane Johnson a little bit. He hit a couple throws on that drive, but in the first quarter, he was 1 of 5 for 7 yards.
Yeah, he just overthrew his guys a little bit. You could see him throwing off his back foot and the ball just rising on him right there. And you know, that's one of those things where, you know, when you play a PRP and you're not pressured and you're kind of back there, you're just kind of
however you like.
Sometimes you play when you play bad teams, you get in bad habits.
Hilbert to kick it away for Trinity. He does. It's a high kick down the right side around the 5.
This could be a big one.
Drops it, but now picks it up. Here comes
the
return man out across the 20.
Woo!
Only to about the 22. They closed in on Jeremiah Turner.
Great job there by number 24 right there. Is that Weiss? Luke Weiss. If Luke Weiss doesn't make that play, he's gone down the sideline.
There's a lot of room.
And that's what happens a lot of times when you have a kickoff and the returner drops the ball. Everyone kind of freezes. And as they freeze or whatever they do, I don't know what happens, but it always seems that when they drop it, something goes on there in that stratosphere. And next thing you know, the back had an opportunity, and if Luke Weiss doesn't make that play, he's gone down the sideline. Very fortunate. Very fortunate for the Rocks that Luke Weiss is right there, Johnny on the spot.
So we've got, looks like a change at quarterback. QB run straight ahead here for the Broncos out to the 24-yard line. Trying to see the number of the young man. Not always the best vantage point.
It looks
like it was Jeremiah Turner. It may just be some Wildcat
here.
Is that
a 13?
Yeah.
You know, and they did lose a quarterback, Jackson Stroutman, who transferred. So Stroutman's gone, and, you know, you have a Ross coming in this year, junior, doing a good job. You know, last week I thought he did a really good job last week of playing against Fort Thomas.
2nd and 9. High snap. Quarterback pulls it down. QB run all the way. Just not much there. He got a yard, I think, on both of these plays. It is Jeremiah Turner. He's 5'8". And that snap was kind of high anyway.
High right there, and Keandre Thompson, 5'11", 250, just makes a huge hit from behind right there. He might have pushed him up a yard or two to make it 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9.
3rd down. Yeah, Turner's still out there.
He's still out there, and is this number 9? This is number.
And we've got
18.
a different quarterback.
Yeah, is this Jason Guzman?
Jaden Guzman.
Jaden Guzman. Yeah, Jaden Guzman, freshman. Got a freshman in there right now.
I was watching for Guzman because in the preseason, Coach McPeak had said he was kind of the competition for Brady Ross, but of course he's a freshman. He wasn't as experienced. Got an offsides penalty here.
His
against
first play.
Trinity,
His first play is a positive.
Yeah,
his first play is a positive, 5 yards. They jump offsides. First play is a +5 for him, so he's already in a plus side of things.
He's a 5'9" freshman. He's a good athlete. I know that much from Coach McPeak. 3rd and 3. Guzman to throw. He's going to let one fly down the sideline.
Oh, they're going to call that?
Up for grabs, and no call.
Wow.
They jockeyed the Frederick Douglass receiver into the sideline.
He was holding on to him the whole way down the field, but being on the Trinity sideline, sometimes you get the benefit of the call. But, he rode him hard right there. Number 2 right there, L.A. Evans, he held on to him the whole way. I mean, say on that one.
Not
but
much you can
say.
say.
You can't do much about that one. But, hey, so didn't call it, didn't happen. Incomplete. It's going to be a 3rd down. That's a really nice ball, though, by the freshman. Nice throw right there, right on time.
We got DeMond Green to punt it this time. This is his first kick, and it is high. High. Hits at the 45, takes a sideways bounce, and will trickle down to about the 41-yard line. Boy, that was a mile-high kick for Green.
Yeah, nice job right there. It looks like Frederick Douglass has got settled in a little bit here. They've gotten from that first quarter jitters or big game jitters, or some of these guys coming out here seeing all this green out here and hearing all this this rock week music and We Will Rock You, or what is it, Rock Week, or We Will Rock You, all that stuff. And so it looks like they've settled down a little bit here and made some nice plays, and I hope I don't jinx them on this. If they continue to play as well as they've done.
Trinity on the 41. Johnson hands it off the right side, and not much there this time. Ashton Taylor, and he's fast, but he's not very fast if you track him down at the line of scrimmage, which is what they did.
Yeah, that's a great job right there by Lamonte Brown. The 5'10", 245-pound junior just came right from behind him and got him right there, and that was just a nice play right there. Just came in and ran him down from behind. Nice play, nice defensive play.
Pickup of a yard to the 42, 2nd and 9. As we near the midpoint of quarter number 2.
Like Thunder's back in there now. Barry
is beside Zane Johnson in the backfield. Johnson to throw. Looks right. Throws caught up near midfield, but just short of it. And it is Holden Shane on the catch, and he's a couple of yards shy of the first down, out to the 49.
It's easy pass and catch right there. You got twins on both sides. They're double slot, and all receivers just go up and stop at 5 yards. And as they go 5 yards, the quarterback just throws it, and then he catches the ball and just make a nice tackle there by Braylon Strong, but not until after it's 3rd and short.
3rd down at about 2 at the 49. Pistol look, they give Barry. He's running patient, but he's getting nowhere. He got midfield, but no more. He's a full yard, maybe a yard and a half shy.
Nice tackle there by Tim Jackson. Tim Jackson and number 30 also as well. That's Jimmy Hooks, both of them. As the back is trying to show patience right there, Jackson pushes up. Hooks comes up from behind, grabs him, and they're going to make it 4th and short. And it's a stout defensive play right there by the Frederick Douglass defense. As you see that Trinity's coming on the punt, and the Frederick Douglass team doesn't know what to do, and they're looking around, and this is an excellent chance for them to run a fake punt right here, because it looks like Frederick Douglass doesn't know what they're doing. And
it is 4th and about a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
The guys are running on.
It is a fake right up the middle. It's a first down. You called it, Joey. Plain as day. Snapped it short to the up man, and Anthony Lowe or Luke Vise. It's one of those multiple numbers.
Yeah, it's one of those guys, one of those times where you see the defense is just coming on the field, and they don't know what to do. Your return team, they're looking around. You got guys coming off, and everybody's looking, and they're off the line like 2 yards almost. And you got DBs up there. Look like all DBs up there, and so that's probably
snap it short. It's probably all you needs a yard. So
it's a hot call probably, where they just automatic, whatever their call is, and Holly Berry is as our guy, as Peyton used to say, and next thing you know, there's a little hot call, and you just get it. First down easy.
First down to the 40. Johnson, pocket breaking down, fires over the middle. He had a man, but he threw it well behind Cross Watson. who was running open across the middle.
Good coverage there by the outside defenders, but on the inside he had Watson wide open, and the quarterback trying to throw on the run there. And it's really tough. That's one of those things where, all you Packers / Minnesota Brett Favre fans knew he threw an interception in the NFC Championship game, throwing across his body. That's just one of those hard things. You're running left, and you're trying to throw right, and you just can't do it. And that's what happened right there, and he just missed his receiver.
Barry in the pistol behind Johnson. They give Barry big seam up the middle, able to gain about 8 yards before he's finally ridden down 33, maybe 32-yard line.
Yeah, just big green wall right there, just pushing. And that seems to be what Barry does best when he doesn't have to jitter, doesn't have to give a little jitter or jive step, just goes straight, boom, 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 boom. And that's a great tackle there by number 96 there, Preston Bates, but not until after he gains 5 yards.
They're down and call it 3 at the 33. Pistol look. Give it to Barry, left side. Trying to pick his way. He's got the first down and a little bit more down to about the 28-yard line.
There's a little off-tackle lead right there. One back right there. Everyone blocks down. The back just sprints to the corner, tries to get what he can get. You're wide out trying to get his man going, and as he sprints to the left, he sprints enough and gets the first down. And nice tackle there by the outside guy, number 15. That's going to be our guy, Toby Robinson, but not until after he got the first down.
Actually makes it 27, so the pickup is 6 yards. First down there for the Shamrocks here late in quarter two. They're up 16-0, looking for more. They hand it off. It's the speed guy, and Douglas covering him up pretty well here. He only is able to get about a yard as Ashton Taylor off the left side.
Of course, you know who was on the initial play on that right there. That's number 9, and then he also had some help right there from number 8. That's Nelson Izraka, also playing linebacker. So, but Fields is right there to make the play.
Second down and 9, ball at the 26 here. Johnson going to look to throw. Fires right. He's got a man wide open. And as long as he's inbounds, it's a catch. It is a catch. It is a touchdown.
It is a catch. It is a touchdown. Yes. You got Damon Green right there, the corner, and I think they're talking amongst each other now, but Green did it more like a squat or more of a what you would call it, sometimes they call it two deep coverage there, where he's just squatted and the receiver just went straight up field. But the safety looked like he was playing more of a three deep coverage because he was over in the middle, and the receiver just went straight down the sidelines. That was easy pitch and catch. That's like you're in the backyard throwing to your little brother or something, and you just threw it right down there, and it's a matter of him just keeping his feet in bounds, and he did. Next thing you know, touchdown.
Katie
Rocks.
for the point. Snaps clean, kicks away. Certainly got the distance. Yeah, it's perfect. 23-0 Trinity, 2:23 to go in quarter number 2 here on Glycod.
You want the right agents for your real estate. Choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Seminin Realtors, always one step ahead. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
$23-0 Trinity. Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free to watch or free to listen, in this case, high school athletics programming here on Glycod. And the Douglas defense had been pretty valiant, Joey, but you keep putting it on them again and again, and eventually it breaks down. Katie's kick, this one's shorter than most, settles in at about the 7. Here's a return up the middle, trying to find a seam. Return man only makes it out to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, nice job right there by the special teams at Trinity right there. That was number 15 right there. A nice tackle coming in. It's a good job right there by number 15, and that's Cooper Burris, Jr.
I believe that was Turner on the return.
Yes. That was a nice pass play right there. It's about, 32 yards there? That's about 23 yards there, wasn't it?
It was a dart. 26.
Yeah, look. Yeah, as I said, it looked shorter. It looked like it was a long pass, but it was just nobody there, so that's what made it look that way. It's
Guzman out there again at quarterback. They hand it off. It's Talbert. Talbert's got the edge, 35.
Oh.
And he's shoved out of bounds. Actually, they mark him at the 33.
Yeah, he just cut, and he nice sweep there, right there. He beat the corner, and he just stepped out of bounds.
He must have stepped out even sooner than I thought.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I thought he was about
foot,
5 yards further down.
Well, he stepped out, then hit 2 more yards inside, inbounds, then stepped out again. But it's just one of those tough angles. But he gains 9 yards, so. Nice positive play, and he's got a nice average going on for a team that's
7.7 per carry in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's got a nice average going
at the half. 2nd and 2, actually. They run him again. He takes a big hit and really didn't go anywhere. I think he went down for no gain that time.
Keandre Thompson right there, number 97, just shutting it down. Just comes off tackle right there, and just nothing there for him. Nothing there. Looks like Trinity's going to call a timeout.
They do, and
right
we
here.
will take it as well. 2 minutes and a half, 23-0 Trinity in the lead. We'll be right back here on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
23-0, the Trinity advantage here. It's really, in many ways, Joey, been a closer game than the score would suggest. I mean, I'm looking again at these first quarter numbers, which granted that's been a while now, but after a quarter, the yardage gap was 83-65. That doesn't suggest
just big plays.
One-sided game, but Trinity's making the big plays.
Youth, turnover, not really turnover, but youth and just not getting the first down. Penalties.
6 penalties for 73 yards in that first quarter.
Everything else is pretty much the same there. It's not much going on. We'll see what this freshman can do right here if he can push up and give Frederick Douglass the first down here.
3rd and 2 at the 33. Guzman, high snap. He does corral it.
Oh, he's going to get through.
It to Talbert, and he's taken down right at the marker. I think he's got it, but we'll have to see where they put the ball. Yeah,
high
he does. First down.
It. Very fortunate right there. High snap. Freshman does a great job holding on to it. Right there, gives it to the back, and it's nice job there by the Trinity defense right there. That's going to be Anthony Callaway coming in on the outside, almost got Dakari right there, but Talbot gets just enough for the first down.
First down to the 35, full house backfield this time. Settle in around Guzman. Sends Talbot out right. Looks that way, throws back left.
Nothing
doing.
Nothing
they're actually going to get a flag on it. So,
and who throws his hands up again? And that's L.A. Evans. But he's playing man coverage right there, and the ball's behind the line of scrimmage, and he's on his back, but the ball comes. But he's basically tackling him while the ball's coming, and I don't know. Even though it's behind the line of scrimmage, can you call that if it's behind the line of scrimmage? I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested to see how they call that because the ball's behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe the conversation that's being had right now.
Yeah, the ball's behind the line of scrimmage, and L.A. Evans, they call him L.A. They call him L.A. Evans, Allen L.A. Evans. So they got the nickname going. I heard that last week, and he's a four-star guy. Evans got some looks, some people looking at him, and.
So, yes, they pick up the flag. To your point, Joey, I think that was the conversation. You can't interfere with a receiver behind the line of scrimmage. So Allen Evans, you say he's playing man. By playing man, you mean he lines up about as humanly close as he can. Well, now I say that, and he backs off a couple of yards.
Now they play zone, but last time he's right there on him.
He lines up right
he goes
on that
right
receiver.
there. He runs in the receiver runs for the bubble screen. He's right there with him, and there's no place for him to go. And
2nd and 10, Guzman.
Ooh, no
he
pressure.
Is swarmed under. He's sacked. Flag comes in.
Wow.
May have gotten his face mask. I'm not sure, Joey.
Oh, I don't know, but I know that Jawan Carney just came in off the left edge. And
yeah, he did. He got his face mask.
He was there before the ball got there. just pressure on him and does a great play. Everything great except for put that hand right in there on the face mask and can't get it out. And 15-yard penalty, first down. Looks like first down for the Broncos, which you got 1:06 here. You've got a timeout left. Actually got 2 timeouts left. So, there's an opportunity. There's opportunity. They could, but Trinity seems to be right there on them. Everything they do, like when they did the bubble screen, Trinity played man coverage.
Yeah.
When they did just the last play right there, they blitzed on them. Trinity seems to be a step ahead of them right now, defensively.
Clock runs under a minute in the half. Ball's at the 49-yard line. And looked like false start or drawn across. We'll have to see which way it goes. It is on Trinity.
And that's Juwan Carney right there, number 8, who just came in last time, just came in and made the play this time. He jumps offside, so I'm believing Coach is going to pull him out of the game on this one.
I see him head right off to the side.
I was going to say, that's 2 plays in a row. I don't see that happen very often where you're still on the field after a face mask, then you jump off sides. They got, as I said, they've got a replacement for you here at Trinity. You can be replaced real quick, and that's just what happened right there. It's like, uh-oh, son, 2 mental mistakes like that, you're off the field. Number 7 comes in right there, and that's going to be Sebastian Blue.
1st and 5 at the 46. Guzman throws late and incomplete. That was a dangerous pass.
Yeah,
hit the ground right in front of Elijah Burns-Crump. If it hangs up another second, he's got an interception.
It's going to be a pick interception right there. It looks like miscommunication there at number 11 right there, T.J. Stewart. Stewart's a senior. He's been around, but Stewart does a little hitch route, a little dig route, and quarterback throws it like he's doing a corner route, and there's nobody there but a green shirt.
Now 2nd down and 5. Deepest that Frederick Douglass has made it so far at the Trinity 46. 38 seconds. Guzman in the gun. Gives Talbert. Not much there. He almost shakes free. He does pick up a couple yards down to the 44, maybe 43-yard line even, called the 44.
There's not much there right there. That's just, he got that all on his own. He's just comes in and ducks and dives and jukes and bounce out right and just finds a way to get a couple yards on there. There's just not much there for him at all. That was all him right there.
Timeout Broncos, 21 seconds. We'll take it as well. 23-0 Trinity here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Frederick Douglass trying to pull off a little rally late in the half. They moved to the Trinity 44th, 3rd and 3 there with 21 seconds until halftime. Broncos still have a timeout in their pocket. Trinity has 2 of them.
Last year this was Chenault time. They had Avion Chenault, and he's gone. So who's the next guy? That's what they're trying to figure out. Who's the next guy this year?
Jaden Guzman's got 2 targets each way. Drops to throw. Heat right in his face. He is going to be hit and sacked.
And that's my man right there, number 7, Sebastian Blue. And Blue came in for number 8 right there. Came in for Julian Carney, and that's how you take, Coach. I'm hungry. I've been wanting that spot, and that's how you keep that spot when you come in and make a play like that after the guy in front of you just made 2 mental mistakes. So he's showing, hey, Coach, I'm showing you on film that I'm hungry too. I want to play too, but looks like they are.
So what are we doing here? The clock ran to 0, and now.
Is someone trying to call timeout? Did Trinity try to call timeout?
Yes.
Yes.
So. He put 2. Is that for 2 seconds? I don't know. And the clock ran out, but in any case.
The referee gave him the old Tom Brady there. Reset the clock, gave him the push up. Tom Brady reset the clock. But no, Sebastian Blue just comes right there and blows it up. Makes a nice defensive play right there on the sack. And Trinity calls timeout, but
They put 2 seconds. I mean, it's a pointless timeout at this point because
if you're
Douglas,
punt,
you can drop back and take a knee even as long as the 2 seconds run off.
And that's what Trinity's going to make them. They're going to make them make a decision. It's like, are you going to punt? If you punt this, it's in their hands.
You don't even have to punt it. You can truly, by the time a snap gets back to the punter, the clock should be at 0.
Well, that's true. But
as long as you can catch
continue to play. But like I said, if they're going to say, hey, are you going to punt it? Are you going to punt it? Are you going to punt it? No, you're not going to punt it. So, but hey, you try it. Hey, you never know. You never know. It's coaching. It's kind of like just going out there, playing the game. And, hey, are you going to punt it? You going to punt it? No, I'm not going to punt it.
4th and 14, 2 seconds. They hand it off. Nice run for Talbert. He makes it down to about the 45, and that will take us, apparently, to intermission. Trinity 23, Frederick Douglass 0. We'll be back to recap the first half, get you ready for the second half. Here to come. Stay tuned here on Glycon.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue! Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Halftime here at Trinity, where it's 23-0. Again, though, Joey, in a lot of ways, a closer game than that would suggest. Total yardage gap between the teams definitely widened in that second quarter. Trinity's got 186 yards, but Frederick Douglass has 80. I think the big story for Douglass, what you build on here is pretty clear. Dakari Talbert, 11 carries for 68 yards in that first half. That's 6.2 yards a carry.
He gained 81. Now, his net is 68, but he gained 81 yards. He's lost 13 now there, but you gain 11 carries. Let's just take out. Let's be positive. let's go with this. 11 carries, 81 yards.
Yeah.
And so that would really boost his average up to about 7.4.
Even at 6.2. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but on a 1st and 10, if you've got a back who gets 6.2 yards a carry, in theory, if you hand him the ball twice, you just got a first down.
That's a first down.
Even if you get one of those negative plays in there, you're still probably on 3 plays going to get the first down. The problem has just been the continuity in getting there. The 6 penalties, and those all came in the first quarter for 73 yards. Boy, it just shoots you in the foot.
That's a whole game for some teams.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's in the first quarter. And that's just a youth. You can almost look – well, I can see it from here. I can see Coach McPeak. You can just see the frustration. And I've been there. Had a year that guys thought I was going to jump off the bridge. We were 6-4. Guys like, what are you so mad about? You're 6-4. Some people, you have to be 6-4. I'm like, man, I hadn't lost 4 games in like 8 years or 12 years or something.
Sure.
Yeah, and Coach McPeak, I'm feeling what he's feeling right now. It's like you get a young group out there, and they're just – because I'm sure over the past 4 or 5 years he's used to a level of excellence or a level of play, and this year it's like, wow, what is this? He lost his quarterback to transfer. He lost Chenault, lost a couple of those linemen, and they're all D1 prospects, and he's got some D1 prospects this year, but it's just going to take some time. Like I said, with that schedule they got coming up, they got Tate's Creek. It's going to be a tough game. Lexington rivalry.
Emmanuel up next. Don't forget that. That's no ball of fun.
Yeah. Manual and Manuel's. They're one of the best teams in the city as well. And then you got at Corbin. You got to go down to Corbin and play. Then you got Mail, who's Manuel's big rivalry, and Mail's always well coached. Over there. So before they get to the district, they're going to find out. They're going to find out who they are, which is going to be really good. And they may not have the record. They may not have the record that he expects, but I bet come playoff time and the time the district games are played, he's going to find out who he is. He's going to find out what he needs. He's going to be like the mad chemist. The mad chemist is going to work with this, put a little of this in, put a little of that in, and they're going to be ready. I think they're going to be ready because I know Coach McPeak. I've seen how they finish, and they're going to be a strong team in 6A football. The playoffs here come late October, early November.
Right. It won't be the same team you're playing now, for sure. I want to point out that tonight's scoreboard is presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. 7508 Preston Highway. That's 502-968-5657. Good food. Understand a pork chop is one of the must-haves over there at Holy Smokes.
Oh, yeah. You got to have that pork chop, man. You get pork chop, then get a little bun on it, man, right there. And, oh, man, those things are –
there you go.
Those things are great.
You heard it from Joey, so it must be so. We're going to step aside for a quick break. Be back to get you ready for the second half. Recap the scoring from the first half. 23-0 Trinity here on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Seminin Realtors, always one step ahead.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
$23-0, the Trinity advantage here, and time to look back at the scoring from that first half. A look at tonight's first half scoring from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Well, Joey, it's all one-sided, but remind us of how we got to 23 here.
Well, we started off opening kickoff, Ashton Taylor, 92-yard kickoff return. PAT was no good, 11:46. I mean, we're, 15 seconds in.
Yeah, that's the first play.
That's it, yeah. And then got down to 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Nice run by Thunder, Jamarian Berry. 3-yard run. PAT was good, make it 13-0. Then went to the second quarter. We had our kicker, Chris Cayley, and he kicks a 32-yarder, makes 16-0. 2 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the half, and a nice TD pass. Zane Johnson to Chase Duvall. Chase was wide open. There was just nobody around him, and it's just a matter of keeping his feet in bounds. 26-yard touchdown pass. PAT good, 23-0. That is your first half scoring.
Yep.
Frederick Douglass threatened there a little bit before the half. They finally crossed the 50. So you can kind of tell they're finding who they are. I watched the film last week where they played Fort Thomas. Fort Thomas, a stout team. They're probably going to be putting their bid in for a state championship run. That's a really good test for them. So that's two good teams for Frederick Douglass. And like I said, in games like that, you find out who you are. You find out what you're good at, what you're not good at. And I think what they're going to be good at is give it to Mr. Talbert, give Dakari Talbert the ball and do some little play action off of him. And I think with a little help from Jeremiah Turner. But you're going to look for your two receivers, number 2 and number 12, seniors right there, Terry Kaysen.
Kaysen is the only guy with a catch tonight. Yeah. He's got all 4.
Kaysen and Clay, those two guys,
far,
and somebody else is going to have to step up. And I don't know what the quarterback situation is.
Not sure if there's an injury there to Brady Ross. He was 4 of 8 for 21 yards with an interception, but he came out. Or it may have just been that with the offense not moving. A game and a half into the season, Coach McPeak says, let's try the other guy. It's Jaden Guzman, the freshman.
Guzman threw a nice ball, really threw 2 nice balls, and they just did not call pass interference. I think the guy just kind of draped him. Well, one was behind the line of scrimmage, so you don't call that.
Right.
But the other, he kind of draped him. It was a nice ball.
It's an interesting thing because if I'm looking at calling plays against this Trinity defense, I'm leery of saying go at Allen Evans because he's a great, great athlete and a great, great player. But he is aggressive to the point of reckless in coverage. You can get some pass interference on Allen Evans.
Yeah, you can get some of those on him. And he's like I say, he's got a couple guys looking at him. He's got a couple offers there, and he's got some people looking at him. So I think Evans has one of the schools looking at Evans. I can't find it right now, but I know he's got a couple of schools looking at him.
Well, Kentucky and Louisville, I know for certain, but there are plenty on that list. Alabama, Arkansas, Oklahoma. SMU, Southern Miss, Toledo, Vandy, Virginia Tech, West Virginia, EKU, WKU.
Yeah, he's like you said, he's a great athlete. He's a baller. He's a player. He's got kids looking at him. You know, you got that guy right there. Then you got on the O-line, you got Nate Shields. You know, you got offers from Butler, Indiana State, Lafayette out of Pennsylvania, Southeast Missouri, and Southern Miss. So, you know, as always, you got people looking at these Trinity players, and you got players. But as Sebastian Blue showed us there also, you know, when you're the backup and your guy makes two mental mistakes in front of you, you get in there and make a play, and you show the coach, hey, I'm here to play. And he came in for number 8, Julian Carney, and you know, I'm sure that's a bad. I'd love to watch that in practice. I love to watch that bat. I really eat stuff like that up. You know, those two guys are battling for that spot day in, day out. So you know they're hungry. There's no letting up on that. So that's pretty cool. But then on the Frederick Douglass side, you know, you got guys, you got D1 players over there. You got some guys being looked at right now, but you know, not as many as they've had in the past. So, you know, right now they're about a year away. You know, you got some of these sophomores and juniors about a year away. And, you know, like I said, by game 6, game 5, game 6, you'll see a different Frederick Douglass team right here. I know Coach McPeak will be the Mad Chemist will be in there working, and it's going to be different. You know, Two different teams we see right now. So
we'll look forward to chronicling it as it develops here on Glycod. A quick break before we hit the second half. 23-0 Trinity. Frederick Douglass will get the ball to start it here on Glycod.
Ace Hardware is more than a store, a proud community partner. They're the place for answers to your home repair or improvement questions. Mention this ad and receive a refilled propane tank for $19.99. Visit the helpful Miller's Ace folks at any of their 4 Louisville locations: Preston Highway and Gilmore Lane, St. Matthews, Taylor Boulevard, or the West End. And remember to download the Ace Hardware app for rewards when you shop.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Almost time for the second half here at Trinity. You know, plenty to play for Douglass. I mean, there are more more winnable games.
Most definitely. I see 6-7 wins this year.
Oh yeah.
Even if they go 5 wins, that means that
if you get them at the right time in the year, it doesn't really matter when.
Oh yes, sir. You get them at the right time. And
I mean, it does matter when. It doesn't matter. Again, if you pick up a bunch of incidental wins early, is what I'm trying to say. That doesn't carry the same weight that picking them up late does.
Right, and those district games matter. You can, I've seen years in the year past. 1 year Trinity was 5-5 and won state championship. They 5-5 in the regular season, then they won the state championship, and that was one of those years where they just made some heroic plays, and they're very fortunate that at that time there was a team they played. Central did not have a kicking game, but that's another story for another time. But no, Frederick Douglass getting the ball here, second half. Coach McPeak goes in, says 0-0. Let's see what we got. Let's play 0-0 football here, second half. Let's see if we can win the half and see what happens.
Peyton Hilbert to kick it away. High driving kick, going to settle down short of the end zone, but not much short. Here comes a return off the right side, where they had a steam out over the 20. Return man makes it out to about the 25, does Jeremiah Turner.
And plays like that, when the ball's kicked to the, as you receive it, it would be your left hash, and you have a wall set up over there outside your right hash. It seems like he's running forever and forever just to get to the wall.
Right.
And then it's like the hole was there like 2 minutes ago. And then by the time he gets there, it's like, all the green shirts are over there waiting. It's one of those things, and it's just one of those things where Trinity, probably great scouting as they did, said, hey, they like to go right, and we're going to kick it left.
Jaden Guzman at quarterback to open the second half. Hikari Talbert beside him. Guzman to throw on the first play. Fires it. Incomplete. Through the hands of DeAndre Clay. Wasn't going to be a lot there anyway, but it looked like a catchable ball that time, Joey.
Very catchable ball. If it was wide out, the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to catch it. He's kind of, I don't know, it just went. It's like it went through his elbows. It's like your hands are right there. Don't let it go up by your elbows. Catch it with your hands. But like I said, it wasn't going to be much there anyway because he was coming back on it. And that's a long throw. He's throwing from one hash, and he's trying to throw outside to the numbers on the left numbers. So he's on the right hash. That was a long throw. So probably best was incomplete for them.
2 receivers left. Everybody in the right's in tight. They give it inside, and the back Talbert able to pick his way short yardage, picked up a yard, maybe 2.
And Luke Vise, number 24, making the play right there, and he attacked that from the backside right there. There was just the play developed so slow, and then you had your guard pulling right there, and it was a nice pull block, crushed the guy over him, and Talbot's about ready to explode for about 8-9 yards right there, and just get caught from behind. And that's one of those things. Somebody's got to seal on the backside, and that's some of those things that we worked on daily. Seal on the backside for those traps, those big pulling guards.
3rd and 9. Guzman got 2 each way. Throws over the middle. It's caught, but it's going to still be about 4 yards shy of the first down. Looks like he got it to Terry Kaysen, but he needed 9 yards, and he got 5 or maybe 6.
Yeah, hot route. Looked like just coming off the line of scrimmage, just threw it to him real quick before the DB got there. And you got number 24, number 10 there making nice plays right there. Of course, Luke Vise, he's all over the field right there. And you got Elijah Burns-Crump also right there on the tackle and holding to a 4th and short.
Miles Housey back to return. Punting situation. Snap is through there. Green slow kick, but he gets off a beauty. It is high, spiraling, fair catch called for and made at the 41-yard line, and that's where Trinity will start.
Nice catch there. Hold on to the ball right there. Had two defenders right there in front of him, 2 Frederick Douglass Broncos, and he just holds on to the ball. Good job there, young man. Holding the ball, keeping a possession for your team.
So the Shamrocks back on the offensive attack. Yeah. After 62 last week, 23 in the first half, just a hiccup for them.
Yeah, well, they're half to about a third of where they're going, but I think they slowed it down a little bit too here. It's kind of because they didn't get to work on anything last week. 7 plays on offense. You don't get to work on anything. So
Johnson turns around, gives Barry, and he is met pretty much immediately and driven back. Nothing doing. Might have gotten a yard, and he got a favorable spot for that yard.
And to Corey Fields right there on the play again. Fields just fills the hole, waits on him, lets him do all his little juke moves. He goes, are you done? Are you done doing all your little moves? Okay, now I'm going to tackle you, and I'm going to tackle you for a loss. But they did give him 1 yard. But he said he just waited for him. It's like, okay, keep on. All right, you're done. I'll wrap you up now.
It's at least 8 tackles tonight for Fields.
It's all over the place.
2nd and 9 at the 42. Johnson looks left, throws that way. It's caught at the 47. Now breaking free with a first down. He's taken down at the 44 is Cross Wilson, but that does move the sticks.
Yeah, nice combo route right there. Then slot out there, and the outside guy just goes up about 6 yards and hooks in, curls inside. The inside guy takes the defense back deep. They hit the short guy on the curl route, and he just gets it. Then he gains about 10, 12 yards. Nice concept right there by the Trinity Shamrock offense. Move the chains, first down.
Line of scrimmage at the 44. 2 receivers left. That's the short side. 1 back right. Now Warner goes across right, and Johnson rolls right, and he throws right, and it's
nice job.
Broken up. Very well played there. Could have possibly been intercepted if Devin Lattimore got there a step quicker.
Yeah, quarterback rolling right, everybody rolling right. Sit there, protection rolls right. Outside guy just goes up about 8 yards and turns, stops. Little hitch route, dig route. And Mr. Lattimore right there step for step with the receiver and gets a hand in on it. Just a split second quicker. That's a pick 6.
2nd and 10, 44-yard line. 2 left, 1 right for the Shamrocks. Now a little jet play, and it's busted up. Ball's loose at midfield. They're going to call that an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I was going to say those are considered passes, and when he fumbled that,
because it is a forward pass.
Yeah, that's that jet sweep right there, or jet motion, I should say. I'm sorry, but jet motion by Mr. Warner, and as he comes across there, and that could be Evans. No, that's Evans. That's Evans playing a little offense, and as he comes across on the jet, they just throw it up in the air, and he has to catch it, and that's considered a forward pass, and he dropped it. So
he looks like a DB right there.
Yeah, he completely. Well, I'm not going to get into that one, but hey, there's a reason you play on the defensive back. But hey, he's on the offensive side.
He's still out here on the slot at 3rd and 10.
He's got about 8 offers. So
Johnson looks, check down to Barry. Barry's got a way to go. 40 makes the 36. He's going to be a couple yards short. Maybe the 35.
It's a nice job right there by the Bronco defense. They just drop back right there. St. Johnson hits his outlet right there. It's a little flare out there. Next thing you know, Barry gets upfield. Barry run. Then Johnny Kahn makes a nice play right there. Makes it 4th and short here, so didn't get the first.
A long yard, maybe not quite 2. Ball's at the 35. Looks like the marker's just across the 34.
He's underneath. I hadn't seen the quarterback underneath right there. Looks like a little.
Tried to go quarterback sneak, but I don't think they executed it right. It looks like a false start, and it is.
No, none of that going on right now. That was very rare you ever see Zane Johnson go underneath right there. And as he went underneath, I'm not going to say he felt uncomfortable, but it looked like.
It really did.
You could tell like he just hasn't been underneath center that much. So.
Boy, how things change. I mean, I remember the days when a quarterback sneak under center was play one that you had in the play.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, you're 4th and short, 3rd and short. Hey, quarterback sneak. Next play was a fullback dive right or left.
So now 4th and 6, and they'll go from the 40 of Frederick Douglass.
They look so comfortable right here.
Late heat from the Broncos. Can he escape? He throws at the last second, and there's nobody there.
Oh, wow.
He get a late hit on the outside?
Yeah, and the flag came out well after the throw, but it was on the Trinity sideline. So I'm not saying that the coaches called that, but
he's
the coaches
also
called
arguably beyond the line of scrimmage. I'll point that out.
But I don't know what they're going to call on that, so I can't say one thing. He was past the line of scrimmage now. It looked like the defender came up and gave him a shoulder right in his chest, and I don't know if they're going to call that late hit or they're going to call that he's past the line of scrimmage. So they're going to call.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that on the big screen on that because it looked like he hit him in the shoulder.
I'm going to guess that you don't, Joey, but we'll see.
Yeah, but it looked. Now, he could have hit him in the head. It really could have done it.
It's a long way over to that side of the field.
I can't see over there.
I watched the ball, I'll admit.
It was right in front of the Trinity sideline, and the ball was gone. He made the hit, and it was incomplete pass, and then all of a sudden the flag comes out like 2 days later. So, like I said,
First and 10.
It's on their sideline, so I'm assuming, knowing as much as I know, that they said, hey, we got to make that call.
Full house backfield, play fake wide open into the end zone, touchdown. Easily done, Liam Sellinger. Able to grab that one. That looked like the play late in the first half to Duval, in that the corner snuck up and then nobody went deep.
Play action, everybody runs up, and they all go for the receiver cutting across the middle, and he just runs number 4 right there. That's Liam Sellinger just running right down the field like this pitch and catch. That is very simplistic. That is that's backyard 7-on-7 on air football right there, and those are some things that I know Coach McPeak will work on. I guarantee that will be worked on, and you will not see that happening here 2-3 weeks from now.
Katie's extra point is good. 30-0 at this point. Trinity the lead. 8:07 to go in the third quarter here on Glycon.
There he is.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycon.
30-0 Trinity. Looked like Douglas had a stop. A very late flag comes in from the Trinity side of the field. And the Shamrocks do what they do, and they take advantage of the break on the following play.
And I did not see the play, so I cannot say.
Yeah, I can only tell you the two things I know that are undisputed is it was a very late flag, and it was on that side of the field.
It's one of those basketball things where, a guy shoots the ball, misses, and then he's a star player, and he shoots an air ball. Then the referee calls a foul, and you're like, I didn't touch him. He goes, no, LeBron doesn't shoot short. Who are your star players,
LeBron doesn't shoot short. Yeah. Kickoff, not quite. Yeah, it is in the end zone.
Yes.
I thought it was right there, and then the official, somewhat belatedly, makes the touchback call, and so they'll start at the 20.
Or I should say insert name here, whoever your star is, whoever your players. But it's one of those things where he shoots short, and once he goes short, then the referee goes, boop, foul. And you're like, I'm 2 feet from him. How did I get a foul? So, like I said, I did not see it, so I cannot say that. But the flag did not come out till the pass was incomplete, right. and the coaches ran over there and yelled at the referee.
Yeah, he didn't look real thrilled.
Yeah, so
I'm not sure he wasn't past the line of scrimmage, but
that was very
close.
Debatable too. Very, very debatable.
In any case, it's a touchdown.
It's 30-0.
First down, 20-yard line. Gooseman. Handed off down the left side.
Nice cut.
Nice cut. Out across the 30, a first down. And if he hadn't tackled Dakari Talbot right there at the 32, that was going to go a long way. Miles Housey was the play saver on that one.
Yeah, so it's House, not Housey. They call him House here. So it's House. Even though it looks like
it's his house.
It's his house right there. Made a nice interception earlier. Made a nice tackle right there by House. Miles House right there. It was a great cut by the back on the sweep left. He just goes and plants his foot down, gets north and south, and first down Broncos.
Gain of 13, first down out at the 33.
Boosting that average.
Gooseman to throw. He's going to take a shot. Double coverage, and Allen Evans plays the most aggressive pass defense I've ever seen, and it somehow goes uncalled. It's incomplete.
I don't mean to laugh.
That is also a fact. Yeah, he chucks guys. Yeah. I mean, he's an incredible
that's
player.
Man coverage right there. But when the ball's in the air, you could not do what he just did right there. That's got to be 15 yards, or that's going to be pass interference. But in the case of it's not being called, it is not a penalty. And
that's not the first one. 2nd and 10. Ball's out at the 33. Gooseman hand it off to Ross on the backside. That's Carter Ross, and he taken down in the backfield. Loss of a couple right there.
And it's Juwan Carney's back in the game, number 8 right there. Comes back in and makes a big play right there. Battling right there, Sebastian Blue. Those two guys are battling. You can tell right there. It's a battle that's going to be all year. And it's great to have a battle like that when you're Trinity or any team right there. You have two guys right there that are both quality starters, as you can also tell. And they're just, that increases your team, makes your team a much better team. Increases the depth, everything.
Yeah. 3rd and 12, 31-yard line. Guzman sends a man across formation. And we got a flinch up front.
And that's Juwan Carney right there, offsides. And as he comes out of the game, who comes in? Sebastian Blue. So
that'll be an
interesting watch the ball.
Move to watch as the season goes, because that, Carney's obviously a talent, but he's pretty undisciplined on that one.
And that's one of those plays everybody's mad at Juwan Carney right now because on Monday at practice they said, and we're going to run for every penalty we had. And everybody's like, what? Yeah, we win together as a team, we lose together as a team. So Carney jumped outside, so we're all running an extra 40.
Or 3, yeah.
Yeah, it's how it is, so but that makes great teams.
3rd and 7 at the 36. Guzman across his body behind the target. It's incomplete. Tried to work that one out there to Kane Bell Pointer, and there wasn't much there.
Good job by the quarterback just getting rid of that ball right there. If Guzman doesn't get rid of that ball, he's going to get blasted by 2 Trinity defenders right there, and he just lets it go, and it's behind the receiver. And that's about all he could do right there. And so, because he had no time. By the time he, he's already in shotgun, and he gets the ball, and takes a step and a half, and the defenders are already there. So, good job by the Trinity defense on that blitz.
4th and 7, Green to punt it. This one is high. It's even shorter than most. And
nice job.
Yeah, great fair catch at the 44-yard line there.
Nice job by Sellinger right there. It's being, number 30 right there is just hanging on him right there. Jimmy Hook's just hanging on him. And he just kind of pushes Hooks out of the way.
Catches it.
Fair catches. Yeah, it's a great job right there. Shows his concentration. You need guys like that because, you get those playoff games where it's windy, cold, wind blowing every way. If a guy can handle the ball, he's going to save you 30 yards right there.
They don't overlook any phase of the game.
No, they don't.
They don't overlook much
That's
of
why they're
anything.
28/29-time champion.
A whole bunch. We can safely go there.
More than 20.
Yeah.
More than 20.
1st and 10, their own 44. They're up 30-0. They hand it to the speed back out to midfield. Goes Ashton Taylor. And actually a yard across midfield. Pick up a 6 or 7 there.
The Lightning with a nice play there and nice run right there. We got an injury on the field.
It's a Bronco down.
So official timeout here.
We'll take the break as they tend to the injured Bronco. 30-0 Trinity here on Glycod.
Ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Yeah.
Devon Green helped to the sideline. He looks to be all right. Probably just working out a cramp. 2nd and 3 for Trinity at the Douglas 49. Full house backfield here for the Shamrocks around Zane Johnson. He hands it off. It's Taylor, and he, a quick hitter inside, makes the 45, maybe the 44-yard line.
It's a nice move right there. Nice little stutter step right there. He made a little stutter step, and next thing you know, it's just right off tackle. 2 backs out there. Right back leads. He's on the left side. He follows right in there behind him on the right side. Stutter steps, gets enough for the first down. Gets some tough yardage in there.
First down at the 44. They just plow on.
Yeah, it's a good job out of sophomore. You got Lightning and Thunder in there together right now.
Yeah, pick your poison. Pair of excellent backs. Taylor on the right, Berry on the left. Johnson going to throw it himself. Takes a deep shot, one-on-one, and through his target's hands. Incomplete to Cross Watson.
Pass by the Zane Johnson right there. You got number 6 out there. Watson on the fly route, on the go pattern, 9 route, whatever you want to call it. And then great coverage out there by number 15, Toby Robinson. But the quarterback puts it up and on the outside where the DB can't get to it, and he just drops it.
Robinson's done a pretty good job hanging with these guys on the outside. Now, I don't know about these busted coverages for touchdowns, but on the deep balls that he's been in coverage, he's hung with it.
He's done really well. There's
Taylor, big run off the left side. He's got a first down. Not a lot more. They close in on him at the 33, maybe 32-yard line, but it'll move the sticks.
Yeah, you're going to have big averages right there when you give running back the ball and he goes left off tackle, and there's no one touches him for 12 yards. So, there's sealing down the side right there, and then just pushing the DB out. The receiver's pushing the DB out. There's nobody there till the safety comes up. That's 12 yards later.
First down at the 32.
Like I said, that's a lot of youth out there. You can tell that's just youth and experience right there.
Right. Full house set. Johnson gives Berry this time, and he crosses the 30, makes the 29, maybe 28 up the middle.
And you can see right there, I'm watching the defense right here, right now. I'm just looking at their youth and their inexperience right there. Guys are just overrunning the ball right there. Usually the McPeak teams I've seen where that outside linebacker, he's one step. If it doesn't come to me, he slides right down right there. And I've seen this guy's taking 2 and 3 steps. But I know that would be corrected right there.
Sure.
Down the road. And this Trinity team, like I said, they're just a vessel right now. There's well-oiled machine.
Tim Jackson had the tackle on that last one. Taylor left side. Finds a crease, 20, 15, 10, 5. He dives for the end zone. Did he get there? If he's not, he's just short. He got there. Touchdown. Touchdown it is. Impressive 28-yard scoring run. That time for the speedy half for the duo, Ashton Taylor.
Very nice play right there. Taylor just 2 backs. They just hand it to him, and it's like student body left, but the line, you can just see they seal, and then you can see how they're turn their body, just sealing everybody back toward the middle of the field, and one man kicks out on the sideline, and he just hit that seam, and it's like, whew, he's gone.
Yep, that was it.
It was it, and just outran one man to the – it was almost like his kickoff. His kickoff return, just outran one man to the pylon, and next thing you know, it's a touchdown.
Katie for the extra point. Snap is low. It skips through. They still get it down and kick through. Good. 37-0 Trinity. 3:50 to go in the third. We'll take the break and be right back here on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
37-0 Trinity over Frederick Douglass. If you're interested in a corporate partnership with Glycod on our high school athletics platform, or if you have a programming idea, drop us a note at info@Glycod, that's GLICOD.com. Always glad to hear from those sorts of folks, hear from any sorts of folks. Thank you for what you do and for allowing us to bring the high school game to you.
And Peyton Hilbert, he's just a huge kicker, 6'6", and he's he looks like a big linebacker out
He
there.
Does. As Harry Carey would say, he's a horse of a man.
He is, 235, and just booms it. When he kicks it, it's just like boom. It's almost you feel it.
This one settles down at about the 3. Here comes a return. Douglas has got some room around the edge out to the 25. 27, keeping his feet, the return man, and now he's shoved back very late after the whistle. Cane Bell pointer on the return. Strangely, that one seems to be clean as day, but
and talk about number 2 right there. That's our man, L.A. Evans. He's just little extra after the whistle, but he's not a quarterback, so they're not going to throw a flag. They only do that when you throw on the quarterbacks,
Right,
seriously.
Right.
Hey, extracurricular, you can watch the game throughout, high school, college, pro. Hey, a little extracurricular, no big deal. But if you're a quarterback, extracurricular, there's a flag.
Sounds like some non-quarterback bias right there, Joey Hamilton. Surely your time spent as a wide receiver would have nothing to do with those.
Yeah, wide receiver, D-back, DB, linebacker, safety. No, all of it. Running back, everything but quarterback.
1st and 10 at the 28. They run Carter Ross, and he tries to hit a counter, and there's just nothing doing. He lost a couple yards on that one.
Sonny Bratcher-Gray and number 8 also, Juwan Carney on the play.
Was he offsides, though?
Well, they didn't throw the flag, so he's onside. And
poor Juwan, he's the one guy.
You see his quickness. You can see his quickness.
When they go through this film, he's going to get absolutely chewed out up one side and down the other because everybody else has played pretty nigh on perfect.
Yeah, there had been they haven't had any flags. I'm not going to say they played perfect, but they didn't.
In the judgment of our officials, it was
no flags on. But no, these guys are quick. You can see how quick lateral they are, getting up and down the field, then laterally side to side.
2nd and 12, they hand it off inside.
Yeah, it's not much there.
There's nothing there for Carter Ross.
It's
rough sledding.
It's and I hate to say it like. I don't want anyone to take this bad. It's like varsity playing JV right now. It's, these guys are just going in there untouched right now, almost untouched. They're going through there untouched, like just boom, boom, boom. I mean, the running back has no shot at the moment.
3rd down and 14.
Yeah, they're just getting through there super quick, and then they've got 3 men, but then they'll bring a blitz.
Trips left this time for freshman quarterback Jaden Guzman. Talbert's on his right in the shotgun. High snap, and it gets through all of them. Talbert's got it. Now, Talbert might turn on the wheels here. He makes it out across the 25. He takes a pretty good hit for it. And that's just the kind of night it's been for the Broncos.
Yeah, it's Miles House making the play. House making the play right there. He outran the ball, snapped over the quarterback's head, and running back goes back, gets it. Getting ready to turn upfield, just grabs it, and it's almost like, jet sweep or something.
Yeah.
He's out there just running.
In a district game, that play might be a touchdown.
Yeah, it might be because he'll outrun the whole side, and House just comes up and seals the side. And
he gets 3 yards.
Yeah, prevents it from being a big gain. And
they're going to let the clock run out for the 3rd quarter. That'll be the final play of the quarter. Of course, we'll have a running clock for the duration after the Trinity lead crossed that 35-point threshold. Well, they are going to take this one to the sideline and have some time to talk before what we would assume would be a punt to open the 4th quarter. We're going to take that break as well. Be back with you for the 4th quarter. Trinity 37, Frederick Douglass 0 here on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact.
Douglas to punt. Green drops the snap. He picks it up, but he did not get much of anything on it. It hits and kicks back upfield. So that one's going to end up going about 12 yards and is down by Frederick Douglass at the 39-yard line.
Well, the positive is you got that ball off right there. It's a good recovery right there, and to get the ball off. It didn't go very far, but, hey, you got it off. You did not lose anything on that. You didn't lose the ball. Trinity didn't tackle you back there 12 yards deep, and you didn't fumble it. So you got to look at the positives right there. And your quarterback's not doing a bad job. Guzman, he's still 1 for 7 there, but just wonder what happened to Brady Ross there for the Broncos.
Yeah. Isaac Byers is in here for Trinity on the Douglass 39. He's the new quarterback. Turns around and hands to Barry, who doesn't go anywhere. Well played that time by the middle of that defensive front. Maddox Jones and Johnny Brown.
Johnny Brown right there. Nice play, yeah.
Right there.
Nice play by Johnny Brown right there, just coming in, making a nice play. And it looks like they got the younger guys in there because I don't see number 9 in there, Mr. Fields. He's out of there, so I think that's who's taking his place right now. Number 44, Johnny Brown in there. He's a junior, 6-foot junior in there. You got some different numbers in there right now for both teams. You said you got number 13 in there at quarterback, and that's Isaac Byers, sophomore.
I saw Byers working with quarterbacks coach Tommy Williams in the pregame. Throws a nice ball.
Yeah, Coach Williams, he's done a great job out there. He's been out there for a long time, and he's done a great job with these quarterbacks.
Handed off to Barry off the left side, and he didn't get much, and he got popped. And he's going to get a personal foul on that one. You can't do that.
That's
Johnny Brown made a great play and then decided to stand over him, and he's being told right now, you've made 2 really nice plays. Just let those talk.
So it's going to be offsetting right there because holding on Trinity right there.
Oh, okay.
Holding on Trinity right there, but then your guy makes a nice play right there. Johnny Brown, linebacker, makes a nice play, but then he stands over him. And so I don't know if one's going to be dead ball or one's going to just be offsetting penalties or ball spot. They're talking about it all.
Good question, yeah.
Figure it all out here, and we'll just sit and watch. Oh, yeah.
Now, Coach McPeak goes over, and he says, why? What are you doing?
He said, he said, you're out there making great plays, and got number 48 getting in the game there. He's got to be a freshman. I don't see his number in there. Let's see.
So here's a mystery for you. See if you can explain this one to me. They're going to walk the ball back to turn around and walk the ball forward.
Well, it's all about image. You have to.
They did. They walked 10 yards backward for the hold, and now they'll walk 15 forward. Instead, they could just walk 5 yards forward.
It's presentation. It's just like any good restaurant that you go, when you see the food, it's about presentation. So when you look on your plate and you're like, wow. You're like, wow. So.
Well, Joey, I'm going to just tell you, brother, I'm not saying wow. maybe I'm the fly in the ointment here.
They didn't wow you. They didn't wow you.
And they actually moved it 3 yards, so it's 2nd and 7 at the 36.
They didn't wow you. Done. Oh, my goodness.
Isaac Byers, he's in the pistol. Barry's behind him. Turn around, give it to Barry. Barry up the middle, able to make the 30 and maybe the 29-yard line. So I think he's probably right around that first down marker. He's going to be apparently just short.
Yeah, and I think that might be Barry's last carry there. It's number 25 on the tackle there, Maddox Jones.
Yeah.
But Barry gets through there. Then number 44 comes in here, Carter Duncan comes in and takes a spot right there. And Carter, he's a 5'7" junior, coming in and get some reps in here. He's out there putting his time in practice every day, busting his butt, getting a little varsity action here. This is awesome. It's a good job. Good job there by the number 23 tonight. Barry did a really good job.
3rd and 1 for Byers. Play fake. He fires it outright. It's caught, but well played that time. It's going to be a tackle for loss. And it looks like it was Caden John out there, I think.
Yeah,
Sillinger on the stop. No, I'm sorry, Damon Green.
Yeah, Green out there 0, and a nice play out there. But you actually, if we were given official tackles right there, as Green runs by, number 88 kind of bumps into him, and that's Jack Nelson. Yeah, I mean, Jack Nelson kind of hits him right there, and he falls back on
Jack's going to say, hey, I'm just out there getting my block. You got to get around me.
Get around me. Yeah, you got to get around me. Yeah, that's the talk, man. That's the talk when you're out there. Say, hey, don't let me get in your way.
4th and 3, Shamrocks will go. Leading 37-0. Byers in the pistol. Hands it off, run inside. No, that's going to be short. He made the 30 and no more. So Douglas with a stop on 4th down.
Nice run there by Carter Duncan, though, trying to get what he can get in there. And just about a yard short. Nice job by the young group of Frederick Douglass. And I'm sure as we get back to the talk of Johnny Brown, number 44, when you Coach McPeak is going to give them a lesson and say, hey, you know, when you're down 37-0, hey, we could be up 37-0. It doesn't matter. We don't need you making a great play and then giving me 15 yards over here after we make a great stop. So
well, he's obviously a talented player. Let's hope this is a learning experience that he'll carry with him moving forward, certainly. First down at the 30. Broncos run it inside. I believe that's Turner, and he puts his head down, gains some extra yardage. Nice job.
Yeah, nice job by Turner right there. Turner kind of off tackle left there, just kind of hands it off to him. He's on the right side. He goes left, jukes a little bit, gets about 5 yards. Nice job there, and a tackle by McKinney.
Yep, second down and 5 at the 35. Of course, clock will run for the duration. Broncos would love to get some points on the board right here.
Yeah, you always want to do that young group right here.
Guzman's got it, gives Turner again. Turner this time, not much there. I think he got a yard.
Yeah, Xavier McKinney again, and then a host of other Shamrocks right there. Number 52, McKinney making a nice play. Junior right there getting some varsity reps right there. He's just doing a good job getting in, and just a nice play.
Third down and about 4. Graham Botner, that's another name on that last one.
And we didn't see Carter Ross much tonight. I don't know if Coach is saving him or, Carter Ross made some nice runs last week against Fort Thomas, and like I said, it's a long season, so Coach knows what he's doing. He's looking at some other guys, saving some plays, saving some stuff till they get back.
Third and 4, and we had a Trinity player push his own teammate offsides. I'm going to tell you how it was. It was Anthony Callaway who shoved big Jordan Mason across. Jordan Mason is going to say, "Dadgummit, I was where I was supposed to be. Why are you trying to throw me across the line of scrimmage?" And let me also add that Jordan, who goes about 310 pounds, it's quite a throw.
Yeah, Jordan was on the right side of the center and tried to get pushed on the left side of the center. And as he tries to push him laterally, he went north and south and kind of head went in the neutral zone, so 5 yards.
First down Broncos at the 41. High snap again. Guzman's got it. But it threw the timing off, and he's tackled for a loss back to about the 37.
And I'm not quite sure. Looks like they're bringing the first group of linemen back in there, so they can get some, get some repetition in there and get some continuity. Those snaps are a little high right there, and you can't get anything going with the young group right there. So they're taking those guys off, putting the first guys back in there, and at least 3 of them anyway. So. This would be a good time for them to get some work.
Second and 14 at the 37.
Nice snap. Oh,
snap again. Guzman tracks it down, spin. Gives Turner. Yeah, he does. He spins out across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, so he brings the other group in, and nice snap right there. And the snap actually goes to the right a little bit. The quarterback runs with him. As the quarterback runs with him, he gives it to his running back, Turner. Turner makes a nice spin move and gets upfield, makes it third, and I guess I want to say manageable for them. It's 3rd and 7.
Actually, he's put him at the 44. So
Anthony Callaway on that tackle.
2 receivers left, 1 right for Guzman. This time he's got it clean, takes a shot downfield. The problem is his receiver stopped, so it sails about 20 yards beyond him and is incomplete.
Yeah, that's the second time they've done that where he's thrown it deep and his receiver stopped like on a hitch or a dig route at about 8 to 10 yards, and he throws it on the 9 pattern or the go route, throws it deep, and I think, Coach, are they going to punt it? They're going to be safe and punt it?
Looks like it.
Yeah, they're going to be safe and punt it. Yeah, we got a young group in there like that, 4th and 7. I guess you punt it, but, time running like this, you might as well go for it. And you don't get it, then you put your defense back out there, put your young guys back out there, and let them get some more reps, get some more experience.
Kahn back to punt. They've alternated between Kahn and Green tonight. Snap is there, but whistles blow.
Looks like 10 men on the field for Trinity, or maybe 12.
I was going to say they won't penalize you for 10.
You're 12.
Essentially penalizing yourself at that point.
Substitution pattern, okay. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I said that. You put a 10 in, that's on you. That's a you thing.
Yep.
Yeah, 12. Look like 12 men or substitution. Okay.
So now it's 4th and 2 at the 49. It looks like the punter's still going to stay out there.
Well, if the clock's running, if they bring him in, they're going to have a delay of game. Oh, he's going to call timeout.
Yeah, call timeout.
Call timeout and put him on back out there. Yeah, might as well put him back out there. Get that first.
So we'll take a timeout as well. 37-0, 3:14 to play here at Trinity. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
$37-0, 3:14 to go, and I assume Douglas is going to go for it here. Looks like it. That 5-yard penalty, again, makes it close. It's at the Douglas 49. The first down markers at the Trinity 49.
It enhances it, It's like eyes bigger than your stomach, It's like enhance. Oh, 4th and short. We got a shot here.
Big blitz coming, and they hand it Turner right in the teeth of it.
They just brought him
He's
off.
going to be taken down, and boy, they hitting him 3 seconds after the whistle, but
he's not a
in
quarterback.
any case, it's a turnover on downs.
He's not a quarterback, so unless it's just blatant. A few seconds after, they're not going to call that. I don't think I've seen in my life that's ever been called. And seriously,
Matt Lococo among a multitude of defenders there on the stop.
And that's a name some won't forget. The Lococo name for Trinity is probably his uncle, his brother, his dad, somebody. It was a linebacker here back in the 80s. He was all district player back in the mid 80s. So also in the 90s as well. I think in the 90s and as well in the early 2000s, that Lococo name.
Byers hands it off. Short yardage down to about the 42 for the running back Carter Duncan.
Nice job there, Carter Duncan, getting a few yards right there. Nice play.
Probably a couple more snaps in this one.
Still can hear the displeasure over here from some of the Frederick Douglass fans still yelling about some of the extended tackling there after the whistle.
And there's been some shaky officiating, but it's 37-0.
Yeah, you can't really cry about that. What did you do on the field when it happened?
That's it.
And tonight just wasn't their night.
2nd and 8, handed off inside. Again, short yardage there for Carter Duncan. He picks his way down to about the 39, so it'll be a 3rd and 6.
And just Jimmy Cook's number 30 on a nice solid open field tackle right there on the back.
He's had some nice plays tonight.
Yeah, like I said, it hasn't been terrible out here. It's been terrible out here. It's just it's the penalties and
and the mistakes.
Just shooting yourself in the foot there a little bit. Like I said, that's youth, and they will. I know Coach McPeak is going to fight back from that. I guarantee you that. That's a guarantee. Whatever you see tonight will not be what you see in 6 weeks.
Call it 3rd and 5, actually, at the 39. Byers hands it off. They run inside. A nice seam this time. Down to the 30-yard line goes Carter Duncan.
That's 44 Duncan on the run, and that's 44 Johnny Brown on the tackle. So Johnny Brown's back in there, and you can see he's after he gets up, he's a little fired up, he's a little intense. So hey, it's good. Man's intense throughout the whole game, so he's in it. He's in it to win. He's locked in, as they say. So, and they're trying to get one more play in. The Rock's trying to get one more play in. The young guys, you can tell they're super excited about being out here.
Josh Ursere apparently at quarterback. That says he's a defender on my sheet, but number 16, they hand it off and run outside for a yard or two for Dwight Sweeney, and that'll do it. That's the final play. Well, it was Trinity's ball game from the first play to the last play, and the score will reflect that. Shamrocks 37, Broncos of Frederick Douglass 0. We'll be back to recap it, tell you tonight's most outstanding players, and talk a little bit about upcoming programming here on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice.
Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Blind Select, not just blinds. Blind Select, not just blinds.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by HKC Roofing. For your next roof repair or improvement, contact HKC at 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed.
Welcome back here to Trinity. Joe Cox and Joey Hamilton. The Shamrocks pick up a win, move to 2-0. Frederick Douglass falls 0-2 after a 37-0 outcome. And, you know, the final numbers tell a lot of stories here. The final yardage disparity ends up being pretty broad. 311 for Trinity, 68 for Frederick Douglass. Shamrocks had 17 first downs. Broncos only had 5. Dakari Talbert still has a good game, 13 carries for 65 yards. But that, you know, again, Douglass had 68 yards. That's 65.
Yeah,
so that doesn't leave much else to account for.
He gained 78, but lost 13.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, he had some nice runs, and they were just right on the brink of things. But then, as soon as, like, a perfect example was the first down, he gained 6 yards, and then the next play they have a penalty.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty. So then it's then it's 2nd and 9 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they have another loss of play, and then 5 more yards, and then next thing you know, it's 2nd and 15, and those are hard to come by.
Well, a good catch as well by our spotter, Ryan Cox, who pointed out 0 negative offensive plays for Trinity. They ran 50 plays. There were no tackles for losses. There were no sacks. And this is a Frederick Douglass defense, which is certainly capable of making those kind of things happen against even the best teams on a regular basis. So that's a testimony to how well Trinity's offensive line did tonight in the trenches.
Put up 21 points last week, and so this week to come out with no points, that's huge.
That's the other side of it.
Huge.
Yeah, and just worth reminding you that tonight's scoreboard is presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. 7508 Preston Highway, 502-968-5657. You think if I get over there quick enough, I could still argue up some ribs or some pulled pork or something like that, Joey?
Pull out some cash. they're about their cash, so you bring out money. It is business.
That's the currency.
So you pull out some cash, they'll wait for you. Just call them, tell them you're coming.
You tell them you'll pay them. You don't even have to tell them the guy in the big white hat sent you.
Yeah, don't have to tell them that. Yeah, but no, you make a phone call over there, and they'll wait for you. They'll wait for you.
Keep the light on.
They close at 11. They'll wait for you till 10 after.
There you go. I like hearing that. Well, we're going to step aside for a word from our sponsors, whom we truly appreciate. Be back to recap the scoring and then tell you tonight's most outstanding players. But it was all Trinity here, 37-0 for the Shamrocks over Frederick Douglass. Stay tuned here on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
37-0 here, Trinity with the win. And a look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Scoring recap for the second half is pretty short, Joey. Only 2 scores, but 23-0 at intermission. How did Trinity build on that?
Liam Sellinger caught a 25-yard pass from Zane Johnson with about 8:07 to go in the third quarter to make it 30-0. And then with 3:50 to go in the third quarter, Ashton Taylor scored his second touchdown of the game. Looked like he was running on the kickoff there when he hit that corner as fast as he was coming around there and hit the pylon for a 28-yard touchdown. Extra point good to make it 37-0. And that was the end of the scoring with 3:50 to go in the third quarter.
That was it, 37-0. Again, a few of the numbers here. Trinity ran it 32 times for 190 yards. Frederick Douglass 26 carries for 41 yards. The Shamrocks 9 of 18 through the air for 121 yards. Douglass 5 of 15 for 27 yards. The only turnover of the game, an interception thrown by Frederick Douglass. And that was
the will of the catch there by House.
Yeah, it was. House
made a great acrobatic catch over the middle.
Douglass had the ball for 28 minutes and 10 seconds of tonight's game, but only 5 first downs, 2 of 11 on third down and 0 of 2 on fourth down. And just going to have to tighten up a lot of things on that side of the ball moving forward. But, again, it's early. It's only week 2. It's still August, so plenty of time ahead. We're going to take one more break. Be back to tell you tonight's most outstanding players. Thanks for sticking with us. 37-0 Trinity, a winner here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German-American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
And we're back. We're certainly checking out the scores ourselves, as plenty of outstanding action out there this week and plenty out there next week. But before we go there, let's talk about tonight's most outstanding players. They are brought to you by my good buddy, State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And the best thing the Broncos had going tonight, no question about it, it's got to be Dakari Talbert. 13 carries for 65 yards, 5 yards a pop. That's something you can build on. Unfortunately for Frederick Douglass, the other 28 plays they ran tonight netted a total of 3 yards. So need to find something else than Mr. Talbert to
a little
work
play
on.
action off of him, something, a little sweep reverse action, something. And I'm sure Coach will. Coach,
sure.
He's been around the game long enough. He knows what to do, and he's gonna find it. I know he'll find it.
No doubt. Honorable mention, shout out to Corey Fields for his 10 tackles tonight. He had a solid effort there. So that's the guys. The MOP for Douglas has got to be Dakari Talbert. For Trinity, some solid candidates, but the guy we end up going with, he was alpha and omega in this one. He scored a touchdown on a 92-yard kick return to open the game and then closed the scoring with a 28-yard run. Ashton Taylor, 9 carries for 84 yards. That led Trinity. Had a touchdown, of course, there, as we just said, and then 92-yard kick return for a touchdown. So 2 scores for Ashton Taylor. Nice looking back. He is a nice contrast to Barry, who's the physical bruiser of the two, and then Taylor's the speed guy.
It was almost average 9.5 yards a carry.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't.
That'll
beat
work.
That.
You can live with that.
I can work with 9.5 yards a carry.
Absolutely, you can. So thanks to State Farm and Mike Shelton for sponsoring tonight's Most Outstanding Players. Dakari Talbert from Frederick Douglass, Ashton Taylor from Trinity. Coming up next Friday, it's a huge Week 3 highlighted by Mail at St. X. We'll be there. And Frederick Douglass is hosting Manual.
Well, actually, I will be at Shelby County College.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'll be at Shelby County.
Well, I'll be there. And certain others among us here will be there. I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but my man Nick Landrum down here, the production
I think Nick will be
head of things.
Nick, you gonna be with me, Nick?
Nick's with me.
Come on,
Nick's with
Nick.
me. I've called Nick.
Come on, man. I thought I had first dibs.
Anyway, wherever Nick's going, look at the complete schedule. Brought to you by the Van Treese team at Seminole Realtors. Always one step ahead. When we told you about a couple of those. Manual at Douglas, Mail at St. X, South Oldham at Tate's Creek, Brownstown Central at New Albany. That's on the other side of the river. Corbin at Bryant Station. That's an interesting one. Shelby County at Collins. Got a look at Collins last week as they won their opener pretty comfortably over Lafayette. Nice quarterback there at Collins, and they're a team certainly worth keeping an eye on. But a lot of games, and we thank you for joining us on Glycod and for listening to them. Again, my producer is Nick Landrum, Steve Bird, production assistants, Joey Hamilton, my right-hand man is my analyst, Ryan Cox is my spotter. That's my team, and we're still undefeated. Unfortunately for the Broncos, it didn't go quite as well tonight. They come up on the short end 37-0 against Trinity. Thanks for listening here on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, your premier metal recycling solution. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Interstate Batteries and Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.